We're here. We've got everyone here, including a brand new person, and I'm going to unmute them all so that you can hear them, and I will, I'm sure, regret it. Here we go. You should all be unmuted. Nope, it never happens. It never fucking happens. Let me do it again. Alright, you should be unmuted now.
Happy birthday, Nick.
Yeah, I told you I'd regret it. I told you I'd regret it. Alright. So
this time.
we are joined, of course, by some usuals. We've got Grounded Up here, played by Bisected Brioche. We have over in the top left, Ruzad the Blasting, played by Leggy. And in the top, we've got Hannah, played by Keith. But we have a brand new player and one ill player over to the left, where we have Gargoyle, played by Pixel Podium. I say you're a brand new player, but that's not necessarily true, as you have obviously been playing in a Guild of Icons game on here, just not in this one. We'll meet Gargoyle in a minute, but you'll all know Pixel Podium from such greats as terrifying me as Morgan in the Guild of Icons Adventures, and God, terrifying. I think we're all good. People in chat are saying I'm still silent, and I hope I'm not silent anymore because OBS thinks I'm not silent. So we'll find out.
Mute point. I've only got captions on YouTube, and apparently it's captioning you. So if you're not audible, then some
Skynet's worked it out. Yeah,
I can see the layout didn't quite work immediately.
Yeah, I don't know why. Once I transitioned over to here, all the source mirrors just decided not to load. But double-clicking on the source mirrors suddenly popped them all in. I couldn't tell you. It's OBS magic. Who here wants inspiration?
I already have it.
You're all learning. Pixel, I don't think you want inspiration in this one case, because I'm going to ask you to recap what happened in the last main session.
I want Pixel to explain. Yeah, I want Pixel's understanding of this.
Yeah, what happened? What happened, Pixel, in the last group session of the Guild of Icons that you weren't in?
The last group session, okay.
I'll be back in December. Hi, it's the first time I've been on stream for this year.
Well, from Gargoyle's perspective, he was in a room doing something. The guild was probably running around.
There was a lot
away
of
from
fast
things.
movement,
There was some glue at one point.
Oh, actually, yeah, that's right. That's right. Sovereign glue got used to good effect.
Eao was going to steal some merchandise, but paid for it at the last minute, which meant she could get away.
Exactly.
Because otherwise there was going to be guards or some sort.
No, that's plenty. Mark down inspiration on your sheet because you weren't even in the session and you've gotten several bits actually right, which is impressive because it's like more things than I remembered as well. So definitely mark down inspiration. I will give a bit of an extra recap. So the party have been contracted by one Merifrith Winifrith to enter the University of Cantlore, the prestigious magical university, and steal their most valuable artifact, the Wand of Creation. Using that wand, they can hold back the tides of anti-magical darkness that threaten to engulf the Sundered City. They've arrived at Cantlore, thanks to the navigational expertise of Hannah, a last-minute addition to the party who's been their guide from here and was meant to leave after 2 sessions and is now just stuck with them. They have this magnetic personality, and Hannah is wearing armor.
Me. It was adorable.
Yeah, it was quite sweet.
And jumped to the back of my summoned shark and decided, yeah, you're sticking with us now.
Yeah. And on arrival, they decided to name drop the reason they were here, and turns out that person is more infamous than famous. So they arrived in blaring alarms. They arrived to the sounds of approaching guards, these hulking mirror metal golems, and they almost all of them were captured. The exception being Eao, who's extremely fast, by a drow inquisitor by the name of Alana, who took them to a security area, questioned them, and killed Ruzad the Blasting.
Yeah, you'd think I would have remembered that one.
Yeah, you thought, yeah.
I got that up.
Yeah. They got better. With the assistance of a mage who they previously helped in the library named Petra Cosmina, who was able to cast Revivify on Rosad within 1 minute of death. They put paid to Alana though. She's dead and hidden in a closet, a la Hitman. And since then, nothing's happened. 1 day has passed since then. 1 day has passed, and during that time, several of the adventurers went off on individual adventures, which we did stream, and it was a good time. How much of their individual adventures they want to disclose to each other is up to them. And yeah, I will set the scene that we're starting. It's the morning again. I forget what day. I've not opened the calendar, but it's the morning of whatever day it is now, because it's been like the same day 3 times for me. I've Groundhog Day'd the last day, basically. But it's morning of then, whenever that is. And there's chirping from the birds outside. There's squawking from the birds inside. And Grounded, you probably wake up first because it's impossible to sleep at the moment for you. And shortly after, the rest of the party come down. Petra looks extremely tired, very heavy bags under the eyelids, and she's like, I just need to sleep. But how do you greet each other? How do you start the day?
The same way Rosette always does. Straight for the pod coffee and speak until it's done.
That'll do it. The day, by the way,
Morning,
is
Rosette.
fought.
Sad.
Rosette is not feeling it. It's been a hard day. So to remind you of
10 minutes.
your plans currently, they are to enter a place called the Mirror Run, which is a kind of like a vault or containment unit. It's essentially a demi-plane where if you are going to experiment with the kind of magic that tears planes apart, you better do it in a different plane. So that's where they do that sort of thing. But it has other uses as well. Petra, thankfully, knows how to get in there because that's where she works as a geologist. She excavates and polishes and alters the unique material in the Mirror Run known as mirror metal. And she has a potion that will let you in. She actually has several. But actually now, with Eao currently not present, and we'll learn where Eao is when she returns next week. But with Eao not currently present, you have got enough for the 3 of you plus Petra.
Serendipity.
Yes, and there absolutely isn't one other party member that you're going to have to take with you currently sat on the roof. None of you will know that Gargoyle is on the roof, but that is where Gargoyle currently is, on the roof of the building you're on. Just waiting, chilling, hanging out.
Being a gargoyle.
Yeah. So what's the plan?
Bruce. Plan?
Good point. What's the plan, everyone who plans?
Granted is going to make herself a cup of tea.
Okay, you make yourself a cup of tea. Again, Petra warms up some water for you using prestidigitation, and you're able to make you have a nice sip of tea. Tell you what, Gargoyle, make me a dexterity saving throw, please.
Already?
Welcome to Nick's D&D streams.
I'm bored and tired of splitting the party, and since none of you are going outside, I need to get you involved very quickly. So we'll see if you fall off the roof right about now.
Nick, I had to tell you this, but it's a 19.
Well, you're fine. Yeah, no, absolutely fine. And I'll periodically, until the 2 of you meet up, I'll be requiring a check. No.
Yep. I think Grounded does actually need to leave their house to post a letter, so
Okay, yeah, of course. If you want to go and post your letter, you can do that because Conjurer's Roost is only just around the corner. Not Conjurer's Roost. You don't want to go there. Whisperwatch, the other tower, is just around the corner. Yeah. You can absolutely you can pop outside. I'm hearing the Ruzad is a little too low on the volume, so I will handle that. Boop, 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 boop. There we go. You should be fine now. So yeah, you pop outside. The moment you step outside, you do get a vague feeling that you're being watched. And in fact, actually, Bree, can you've got a paper character sheet, right?
Yep.
Excellent. On the back of it, or somewhere where you've got a bit of space, can you start a 5-segment clock, please?
Okay, Mr. Bleach DM.
Yep, and can you label that essentially the Cantlore authorities find you?
Okay. 5-segment, did you say?
Yeah, like a pentagram. I thought that might be appropriate. I don't know if that's actually how that will look at all, but there we go. We'll pretend.
No, it won't.
It won't. It's fine. It's fine. I didn't do maths. Yeah, you get a feeling you're being watched.
One of them's cut in half.
And
I don't know if you did do a pentagram, as long as you just do the edges, you're fine.
Yeah.
And Gargoyle.
Oh, I did the anarchy sign and shaded the middle.
That works. You don't need to fill that in yet, but it is something we'll be tracking as time goes on based on your actions. So, Gargoyle, you see below you a young tiefling walk out. Are you carrying the harpies with you by any chance?
Yeah, I'm going to say yes.
So you also hear Grounded leave because there's all this little peeping and chirping. They've just eaten because, they had breakfast as well. So they're not like squawking away for food, but they're peeping around and hopping about and going cheep, beep, beep, beep. Or at least 3 of them are. One of them is just sort of waddling behind, just looking up and following like a penguin, like the baby penguin from Super Mario 64. And I hopefully won't get tossed off of a cliff somewhere, like the baby penguin from Super Mario 64. Right. And up to you, Gargoyle, on whether you do anything or just continue to watch. Grounded at the moment. Actually, what is your passive perception, Grounded?
Leave it's 12?
Yeah, with a 12 you won't.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. You've got a vague
it's
feeling.
11.
Yeah, you got a vague feeling you're being watched, but you're not gonna think to look up, basically, at this point. But yeah,
Okay.
Grounded goes off. Gargle, are you watching or
I think I'm gonna follow, but
go like over the rooftops and
Stay in the
fleeting
rooftops,
from?
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I don't need a roll for that. I think with a passive perception of 11, your stealth score is going to be sufficiently high. I assume you're in the stealth suit at the moment?
not in the suit,
No?
because the suit is a bit heavy.
Fair enough.
But
So
silent feathers.
not wearing any armor at all.
I am wearing something.
I mean, I know you're wearing clothes, but I mean not wearing
Yeah.
any armor should anything happen. So your
just
AC is
clarify.
currently your dexterity modifier, is what I'm saying.
Just to make sure that we know that Gargoyle is not the type of character who just flies around in a nude.
Well, there has to be one that wears clothes, I suppose. Okay, so yeah, you're flitting around, specifically not in armor with an AC of your dexterity modifier plus 10. And you follow Grounded all the way to Whisperwatch, which is a big tower with a lot of windows, so you're able to peek in through the top. And you go in with your letter, and the postmaster Thuric is sat there with his collection of all sorts of little items and gifts that people have given him, including an item you've given him before as well. And he goes, young. I'm terrible with names. Grounded, wasn't it? Grounded of Wark. That's right.
Yep.
I have a letter for you, in fact. From Wark, of course. And he picks up his hand, and a letter just goes straight into his hand. He's like, there we go. No charge, of course, to pick up. You paid that as part of the dispatch. Is there anything else I can do for you today?
Actually, yeah. I've got a letter and a package that needs dropping off in, I think it's 2 days now.
In 2 days, sure. I can keep hold of it until then. Who's it for?
Yeah, can't remember the name.
Do you know roughly where they are?
Large eye, tentacles, very full of themselves.
A beholder?
Yeah, that's the one in the tower.
Here in Cantlore?
Yep.
Well, I could just walk over there and... But if you wish, we can send it through the Ethernet.
Yeah, I just need it dropped off in a few days. I'm not sure if I'll still be about.
Understood. Okay. That will be, for holding on to it, 3 gold pieces, please.
Okay. I just hand that over. And it's a package with a note attached.
Okay. He doesn't look at the note. He just puts it straight down into a little box nearby. And goes, understood. It'll be there in a couple of days. Don't worry about that. Lovely seeing you again.
Yep, likewise.
Yes, you should come back and we'll have a longer discussion sometime about, life in general and what, just a chat. It would be lovely. I do so love a chat. Yeah. So yeah, you walk back out and head off. And Gargoyle, you watch as once Grounded starts leaving, Postmaster Thurrock looks in the box again and reads the note, and then folds it up and puts it back again. And yeah, you're back at the house. All right, you need to enter the mirror run. You have 4 potions. You have 4 of you, plus including Petra, and presumably you're keeping the harpies in the house with Eao.
Yeah.
Ao's not going to be happy about this.
Look, we're unionising. We demand childcare. It's simple, really.
The union of icons. It's going that way.
It really needs some childcare.
Bruce
Really
can
do.
back this, so...
Okay, so you arrive back. You've done that. You've sent your letter. And Petra's like, "Are you ready to go? There's enough potions for all of us." Okay, and she puts them down on the table. She says, "Once you drink this, you've got 8 hours. Get in and get out in 8 hours. If the potion wears off while you're stuck inside there, you're going to need one of us to come back with another potion so that you can come back out. And I warn you, it does feel a little weird the first time. But the second time is fine. The second time you won't notice anything. It'll almost be like some narrator can't be asked to read it all out again. But yeah, you won't notice it the second time. But the first time it'll be weird.
Let's hope it doesn't come to that. You hear the one thing, hopefully.
Okay.
Well, I assume most of us are only here for one thing. Whatever.
Yeah.
We have a wand to go steal.
Oh, and if you get in there before me, don't move without saying the password, okay? The password is felicitous. This week, anyway. It does change every week, but I don't want any of you get, struck by lightning. So, don't move a muscle once you get in there, unless you say the password. Then you're fine. Okay. Time for the drinks. All right, everyone. Gargoyle, they're about to do something weird, and this is literally your last chance. Otherwise, you will be disconnecting right now to enter the party. Just as a DM thing right now, because they will be not even on the same plane as you once this happens.
I am going to look out of the window and see what I can see.
Shockingly, despite normally requiring a perception check, this does not require a perception check.
I will help the DM.
Because you
Right,
happen to have
explain
looked out the
party.
one window that Gargoyle is just looking in. And so you come face to face, like, immediately. And
Hello?
with Gargoyle. And yeah, Pixel, describe Gargoyle. Describe what Hannah is seeing right now.
You know, I spent so long drawing it, and I think you need to actually look at the stream to remember
Such a good bit of artwork.
what it
All the
looks
artwork
like.
is good you've done.
Yeah.
It's a fairly average-sized owlin with this kind of elongated neck. He's got these huge eyes with this piercing stare, this icy white blue. He is stone grey, aside from some of the tips of his feathers, which are a bit of a darker shade. And that darker shade is also reflected in his beak. And that's about all the torso is giving me right now.
That's fine. That's plenty. That's plenty. It's mainly that expression, those giant eyes that are giving you that sort of piercing expression that you see immediately. Hannah, what's your reaction to that?
Have I ever seen an owlin before? How common are owlin to the setting? I probably would have seen them because I'm travelled enough.
Reasonably insular, but they do hail from Perist. And that is also where Hannah hails from.
Okay.
Possibly different parts, but I think it would be reasonable that you might have seen one in your life. Not more than one, because most of the time they stay in their community. But they do go out. But it's not like you'd be seeing them all the time around the shops.
Hi there. Can I help you?
It's fine saying that, but Gargoyle is like on the other side of the street, so he's just gonna like flitter down and just tentatively like knock on the door.
Okay.
There's an owlin at the door.
Granted immediately opens it.
Okay, Grant, you immediately open the door, and there is an owlet just standing right in front of you. How do you feel about this?
Well, they're a bird, so I instantly trust them.
You are looking respectfully.
Question, by the way. Would owlins have any contact with the Aarakocra, or?
I think that would be reasonable that they've had a fair bit. Because the Aarakocra are around Glarus, which is inside. It's like an island nation inside of Perista.
Yeah,
So-
they're like
and
close
they're
enough,
pretty near.
and like with the flying, they're probably the only ones who could like get there if they wanted to.
Yeah,
Well, one of the only ones.
yeah. So definitely would have been contact between the two.
Hi.
Grand of Walk.
Yeah, I thought I recognized you. The whole college has been talking about you, actually. You left quite an impression. There might be more than one human, but a human saw me through the window, and I just want to make sure that you know that I wasn't spying. Petra called me yesterday and asked me to look out for somebody, but they looked really busy, and I got struck by lightning.
Struck by lightning,
That
you
did
say?
happen. I forgot about that.
Petra, there's an owlet at the door here. Sorry, I didn't catch your name.
My name is not what people call me. Everybody's just taken to calling me Gargoyle, and that works well enough.
Okay. Petra, there's a nice friendly owlin called Gargoyle here to see you.
Oh, Gargoyle! Oh, excellent. Oh, come in, dear. Come in. You'll catch your death of cold. All right. Right. So we're all ready to go, right?
Go?
Well, yes, to sit down. Sit down, dear. I'll let you in on what's going on. I thought you might be able to help. Because you're good at with devices, yeah?
Yeah, but you didn't say anything about going anywhere. You said they had something for me to look at.
Oh, you'll be looking at it, all right. Or yes. So we're all ready to go. Has enough?
Petra,
Yeah.
I don't think there's enough for what you want to do.
She counts up the. Well, there's 4 of them and 4 of. Okay. I'll have to sit this one out then. I'll tell you everything I know, though. I'll tell you everything I know. Gargle, you're going to have to help them with the locks. They're not something a thief can get into, but they are something engine person can get into. Rosat,
okay, Petra.
the national
Take your
song,
time.
the university song. You'll need to know the university song. The university song is Cantlore, cast a spell, and that's not it. We'll deal with that one later. I'll find it out. Sorry, the plan's not going right. Okay, when you get out of there, okay, don't touch anything. No, first room. Password, right? Felicitous. Remember
Yes.
that, okay? Say it immediately. There'll be some little metal balls. Pick up a load of them. Put them over the arcane circles, okay? And then if you need to get out, press those to a mirror. They'll take you back to the entrance. Or to whatever circle you put them over. Like teleporting, you know? Like teleportation. So yeah. Because it won't sorry. Second room. Don't touch anything at all. Alright? Third room is a corridor. If you go right, you'll go to the quarry. There will be people there. Be careful. If you go left, that'll take you to the vault. I don't know what's towards the vault. I'm not allowed that way. But if you go to the quarry, tell them I sent you and you should be okay. And then through there's the foreman. We won't need to worry about them. After that, I don't know. I don't know where the locks are. But my guess is probably in the places I'm not allowed to go.
That's okay, Petra. Thank you for your help. I'm sure you'll be in contact with us somehow if there's anything else you remember. You're a very competent wizard, as far as I know.
First time I've heard that, but okay. Drink up, everyone.
Amazing that Gargoyle and Petra are friends. She has such a confident disposition.
So,
Probably
hi,
both met
Gargoyle.
at like therapy at this point, frankly, for like just serious stress and anxiety.
I don't believe that. I don't think Candles have an institution that would have organised therapy.
No, they would probably just be in charm and magic.
Sessions.
Okay, so yeah, you got your potions, you unstopper them. They all look like mercury, you know, like swirling mercury. They coat the glass a little as you swirl it, and then it pours away.
It is just Mercury, total party wipe.
It is total party wipe. Yeah, create new characters, please, everyone. You absolute fools drinking mercury. You idiots. How could you? Several of you have alchemist tools proficiency. You didn't even pick up on it. No.
Gygax, chill out.
Knock them back. You'll be fine. You know, as you start drinking them, it tastes awful. She says, "Don't worry, you get used to it eventually." And she takes you all through into the living room, where there is a large floor-to-ceiling mirror. And she says, "Once you finish it, straight through."
I go straight through
Okay.
and stay felicitous as I go through. Well, when I get through.
Absolutely. So, the world turns inside out. And for a second, your vision is clouded in white fog. There's no ground, no walls, no ceiling, nothing but wisps of white smoke curling all around you. A black, oily cloud forms overhead, and rains down these huge blobs of iridescent metal that smash against this almost like invisible barriers around you. They never hit you, even when they look like they will, and their inky residue colours the floors and ceilings, darkening them gradually from invisible to almost like pouring ink in water, staining black, purple, deep blue, but punctured also by starlight, like you're looking at night itself. Eventually, the sky paint stains into sharp focus the world around you, and you're in a long, tall corridor flanked with statues and mirrors, each one dark and glassy, and you're left with only the faint memory of clouds.
Felicitous.
And you say Felicitas, very good. And you are in the Mirror Run. Let me open up a bit more of what you can see. Right.
And I wait for everyone.
Yeah, everyone else is sort of coming through behind you. And let me say that you can probably see... Yeah, there's no door there, so you can definitely see all the way up to... there.
Gargoyle has presumably been told to say Felicitas in the
Yep.
in the speed recap.
So what you're seeing right now is a long corridor. There's an impossibly high ceiling above you, like this. That it should need supports, but it's just going all the way up. It's about 200 feet, and it is flanked with these deep alcoves in which there are pairs of statues, and in the gaps between the statues, in the bits of wall between the statues, there are these huge floor-to-ceiling mirrors, and they're all dark and completely glassy. There is a burlap sack, though, looking a little out of place, really, in the whole thing. And it's just on the ground, right near the entrance. And it seems to be filled with these little, probably like 1-inch spheres of polished mirror metal, like the golem that you originally found.
Grab me some ball bearings.
Yep, so you each grab a handful. You don't need to count the number that you have. I will just say that you've always got enough for what you need. There is also an arcane sigil on the ground in front of you. It glows faintly red. And...
Woo!
Yep. Are you throwing a ball onto it?
I mean, we're told to put ball bearings in the arcane circles, weren't we?
Absolutely, yep. When you do that, it glows red. And if you were to pick it up or put it in your pocket, it will still be faintly glowing red. Not enough to emit light, just a really faint glow like an ember or something like that.
Alright. Wizards have a habit of overcomplicating things, don't they?
They do. Okay.
Okay, so, hi Gargoyle.
Hi, I'm still confused.
That's fine. I'm sure the other two here will introduce us all to each other properly in a bit, but we are here to take an item from within the Mirror One and use it so that we can stop a gigantic sphere of anti-magic from basically destroying the city, but destroying Karathi. We kind of exhaust, like, this was the most expedient way to clean up a problem. It just so happens that apparently the wizard who brought us all together and set us on this most expedient way is a time-looped archmage who might be someone who the rest of Cantlore has issues with and believes is dead, I think. I've got the right end of the stick with that one. Everyone else?
Winifred.
Yes.
Yeah, I think he killed a bunch of people or something.
Yeah, I wasn't here for it, but it travels around. So, what exactly are you taking?
A
Wonder creation.
that one, yes.
Does Gargoyle know what the Wand of Creation is?
No. This is... It's a bit like, imagine you were working at a university, right? And someone came in and said, we're here to steal Project Aurora or something like that. And it's something that the university knows about, the high level people at the university know about, but just an average researcher or engineer there wouldn't know what Project Aurora is. And the Wand of Creation is sort of similar to that.
All right, well, look, I have no idea what a Wand of Creation or whatever it is. I've never been to the Mirror Run before, and Petra told you that I could help you with locks, but I don't know anything she's talking about.
That's fine, because I've never been to the Mirror Run either, and I don't think I know everything that Petra is talking about either.
Nor
So...
do
I think you're in good company.
Has anyone got a passive perception of a...
When we're doomed, so...
You are probably doomed. Has anyone got a passive perception of 15 or higher, by the way?
14.
It is rare. I will also say, actually, you're in darkness at the moment. Those of you with dark vision, your passive perception will be 5 lower than it normally is. Those without dark vision, your passive perception is 0.
So,
Oh, by the way, just to get this
going to be Hannah.
Hannah's just been talking to Big Eyes.
just to get out of the way, by the way, I've got my floating proficiency bonus in Arcana at the moment.
Okay, that sounds good. That would be a smart move, yeah. All right.
So, just to help, I'm going to cast light against my nice prismatic weapon.
Okay. Your prismatic weapon, which currently doesn't have, like, a weapon form. It's kind of occasionally, like, cubes of bismuth are rolling over each other to go between various different sword, dagger, at some point, like, a bow, and it's very strange. But it is glowing.
Weapon.
It is glowing.
Are there any, like, rocks or loose debris on the ground?
No, it looks like you're in a built area. It looks like this has been carved out of rock.
Can I see some sort of magical light switch anywhere?
None that you can see. There is light coming from Rosad's thing, so I wouldn't require a perception check to look for a light switch. But no, there doesn't appear to be any switches or any embedded grooves or anything like that. No sigils around other than the one on the floor, of course.
I think we might just need to move forward.
Seems smart. We don't be staying here too long, I guess.
Yeah, you can move on ahead. It's no problem at all. So as you're going past, you see that there's a series of statues. Each pair is identical on the left and the right, but each pair sequentially differs. So the first set is... it looks like a famed engineer of some kind. The second set is a bear on its hind legs. The third set is a rather noble-looking dragonborn. Fourth set is a hunter with a wolf companion at his feet. The fifth set is a man holding a book that is covered in fangs, holding it open and sort of commanding forward with his arms. The penultimate one is a woman with a lute, and the last one is a man in a conical hat with stars in it and a wand. But nothing happens as you walk through them because you've all said the password, which is good because I tallied it up and it was like 100 d4 damage if you didn't. So that's good. It turns out the wizards really do not want you in here. For some reason. But yeah, you can all head on through. Just don't forget the password, and remember they change it every week.
So the password is Felicity, right?
Felicitas, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to say grounded right on her hand.
That makes
Which now you
sense.
can't see.
That was the joke I was trying to make, people.
Yeah, so you can move on up. You can move on up to the end of the room if you want, and I will open up the fog
Yeah, go on.
and we'll have a look at the next room.
I'm assuming each of the statues is just representative of the major types of magic in the setting.
Yeah,
Like druidic, cleric, wizard, etc.
exactly. There actually isn't a cleric, because I've just realised I forgot that. But yeah,
That's fine, because I don't think there's a paladin that you listed either. And so
No.
I imagine divine spellcasting that's not druidic is kind of not seen as real magic.
oh, it totally is. I just forgot. So
Okay.
it's all right. You'll find them later. There is. I mean, Petra has actually mentioned to Eao specifically, but the locks here are known. There are 5 of them. They are the Beast Lock, the God Lock, the Song Lock, the Crystal Lock, and the Gem Lock.
No, not the warlock.
Not the Warlock. All 5 of those have to be unlocked before you can get into the vault. They are sealed by each of, basically, some of the most powerful wizards in Cantlore. Not specifically wizards, as each one is a different class. But, yeah. It basically means to get to the heart of this place, to get to the really maximum security part of here, you have to have the highest members of faculty all agree that you need to get there.
Wizard, I swear.
Yeah, wizards. They just keep doing this. But you know, when you see what's in there, you'll understand. The wand of creation is not to be messed lightly with. Anyway, you come up to a circular room, and standing in the center is a tall black portal, and it reaches 100 feet up into the sky. The surface is inky black and swirling slightly with a dark smoke. Carved into a circle in the stone floor around the black portal are some characters maybe one of you will understand. Does anyone here speak Ignan?
That's a hell of a pull, Nick.
You never know. Like, some people have comprehend languages.
Ignan.
I was going to say, I'm going to wait until I actually know I need to use it before I cast that.
I never chose an appropriate language for Gargoyle to know. Does Gargoyle know Ignan now?
No.
What script is Ignan even in?
Ignan is in an abyssal script, I believe. It's the elemental plane of fire.
Yeah, so I don't even recognise the script because it's nowhere near any of the languages I speak.
Grounded would recognize
that
the script.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you speak abyssal.
No.
Null, sorry, which is it's in abyssal script though. Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't think Celestial is an abyssal script.
Okay, you cast comprehend languages, and you read that it actually says, "Curiosity is valuable, but restraint invaluable."
Guess we
Also,
shouldn't touch stuff.
the walls
Not
are
about being
all lined
secured.
with little lock boxes. You know when you go down into a vault in a bank, and there's all these little rectangular boxes with little keyholes in? That's what the walls are lined with, and there's hundreds of them in here. And there are these little servitor robots floating around. They look like little hummingbirds. They've got little wings. They go zzz, and they're just floating around, and they're like looking at all the boxes, and they're like occasionally like touching them and adjusting the locks and oiling bits and that sort of thing. And you're just floating around, just going zzz.
So yeah, which way did Petra say to go from here again?
She would have said to go west. Yeah, it does continue north and it continues west. To the north there is
I
a
was
door
asking
there.
the group to see if we went into shenanigans, but okay.
Right. Second room, don't touch anything, I believe is what
You
she
can
said.
you can still choose to do shenanigans. I'm not going to stop.
I just want to confirm that that's what I heard.
That's what
If you wanted us to
heard.
do shenanigans, maybe you shouldn't have revealed to us that you had 100 d4 damage lined up.
That was you've passed that. Only uphill
Past
from
that,
there.
now it's
That was the
200 d4
appetizer.
damage.
Yeah. This room will be 300 d10 damage.
That is death by massive damage territory.
is.
That's not even I can lay on hands people back to 1 hit points type of level here. This is...
To be clear, it would have been like the first set do 2d4 damage, the second set do slightly more, and it like ramps up. You'd have to be continuing to make mistakes as you go through and not learning a thing to get the full set. Like,
so if one of us just sprinted down the hallway, it would have just
yeah,
like
charred by the end of it.
Plan.
Charred by
The
Anyway,
amount of energy required to stop would require an extra 64 d4 damage.
yeah.
Anyway,
Anyone got
this room would take too
Revivify?
long to go through.
What level do you think I am?
I mean, if you were a cleric, you would probably have Revivify. You need to be 5th level.
And we're that close to 7th.
Paladin, you're at 2nd level spell slots at the moment. Oh, it's a sad time.
But yeah, anyway, I think we should avoid this room and just go to the west.
Okay, so you go to the west. Let me open up.
Well,
So what?
actually,
they
just
keep
double checking.
stuff
We
that's-
do have the understanding of orientation in here, correct?
Yeah, you do, yeah. Not least because it would really, really annoy me otherwise to start describing this in terms of, like, relative angles.
But it's the mirror run, everything is reversed, so we're actually going east. And everything's flipped the horizontal way.
That was in my notes initially. I was tempted. It was like Petra gives you the wrong way round because it's inverted in the mirrors. No, so you come out to a corridor and it goes to the left and to the right. The left version seems to split like into 2 that you can see heading to the south. To the north there is a door at the narrow point in the corridor, and there's a sign on the door, and it says, and it's in common, the word quarry. And there's a sign at the bifurcation to the south, and that says this way to the vault.
On both of them, or just on one of them?
Both of them. And there's 2 doors down there, one blue, one red.
The locks are probably going to be closer to the vault, so...
Yeah, but that's just parts that Petra doesn't know about.
She doesn't know where the locks are either, so they probably are that way.
Security's probably going to be higher, too.
Alright, a quarry. That's the thing that just stuck out of my brain I should have asked Petra about. Are they mining things here? Is this where they mine... Is this where mirrors come from? I don't know anything about how mirrors are made.
Well,
I should probably look up how mirrors are made.
when 2 mirrors love each other very much.
Would Grandin know this through either alchemy or arcane?
I don't know. This is sort of... This isn't how all mirrors are made. Tell you what, actually...
Real
one
life, I know
person
how
who
mirrors are
might
made.
know
I
this
know
one,
silver and
I
glass,
think, is
but-
Gargoyle. Gargoyle, give me an Arcana check, please. Because you specifically have been working at Cantlore as an engineer.
That's 19.
19, okay. So, you know that there is a material called mirror metal that Cantlore makes its golems out of. And sure does look like most of the walls here are made of that. So you're able to put 2 and 2 together. You've never been in here before. You're not allowed in here. But you have worked with mirror metal itself. It has some interesting properties, not least being that it seems to reflect magic. So it makes really good security golems in a university. Like, you cast a spell at it, it's not going to work, basically. Or it might hit you.
You guys probably shouldn't cast any spells here that you wouldn't want to get hit with yourself.
This is like, cowabunga it is.
Grandin casts minor illusion to make the mirrors look blacked out.
Okay. You can do that because it's not a line or like an attack, spell attack. So it's line and spell attack that gets reflected, like on the mirror metal golems.
See, problem solved.
I'm so much less anxious already.
Roll me deception, please.
Don't worry, you're in good hands. I've
No, you
only
don't
ever
have to do
died once.
Yeah. Dying's not even that bad. It's just boring. That's why Rosad came back.
Yeah,
Yes, definitely. There's no ulterior motives.
I know some people. They say it's okay.
That's true. God, that is true.
Rosal's not allowed to die and pay 64 gold back to my church.
Okay. Which way? North or south?
Into the danger.
Okay, so south is parts that Petra doesn't know about and probably close to where the vaults are. North is the part where there are people who we can talk to so we can get some intel.
And
That was
possibly
my-
a foreman who is going to not like us being there.
Foreman or four me in?
Who knows?
Both?
Porque no los dos.
So a giant sentient ant that wants to try and murder everything, and who also runs a mining colony. That actually tracks.
She could have
it's
just
kind
meant
of
there's like
wild.
4 men there.
Could just be 4 men, yeah.
Good for men, yes. Which is far safer than giant mirror golems. Anyway, we
Yeah,
should make a
that's
decision. The people who are experts on things magical, and I'm looking vaguely in the direction of Gargoyle and Grounded at this point.
Not Rosad, the only full caster in the party.
Looking in the direction of Gargoyle and Grounded here.
Wow.
And after that, Ruzet's just going to start walking this way.
I was going to say, Rosad's the only person who is actually, out of everyone here, eligible to enter Cantlore eventually someday.
I said people with magical training.
Or for you to assume Grounded has any sort of training.
Yeah, Rosad went to college. College
Was
of
it magical
Swords,
college?
but...
Okay.
Okay.
Ruzet used to be
I will follow. I will make sure Razad stays safe.
So, Rosad, here's what you see. The corridor to the south is obviously bifurcating, and both branches continue southward. And they end each in a pair of polished metal doors. Each door is engraved in detailed filigree and inset with a large shining jewel. The left door's jewel is blue, and the right door's jewel is red, which I have color-coded on the map to make slightly more sense. It's actually... It's actually the opposite color code, but yeah.
Yeah.
But ignore the color coding on the map because that is actually important for a different reason. The left one is blue, the right one is red. Trust me. There are some words inscribed on the doors. They're the same on each door. Who speaks Elvish?
That is actually something I natively speak.
Okay, so you're able to see that it says Fi kulin minha fadila, which means in each there is virtue. And it says that on both doors.
I'm getting a feeling we're going to have to go through both doors at once.
Okay.
Okay.
Grounded uses minor illusion to create the illusion of herself walking through one.
Have you been playing Apex Legends lately or something? Okay, yeah. So one grounded goes through a door. Are you splitting in half? And if so, who's going in which ones?
I'm going through the door that is marked in red on the map, but is blue in our minds.
Okay.
And I'm going through the other door.
And the other two, what are you doing?
Yeah, I'm going to say Grounded just follows whoever's nearest, so that'll be...
Hannah.
Yeah.
And Gargoyle, are you going with Rosad?
Yeah, I think Gargoyle picked up, at least on the idea that, like, you go in together, or, like, through both doors.
Thank fuck, because otherwise this could have gone very badly wrong. Okay, excellent. Right. So, those of you on the left-hand side, please assign to yourselves the colour red. Those of you on the right-hand side, let me be specific. Gargoyle and Ruzad, please assign yourselves the colour red. Gargoyle, no. Hannah and Grounded, assign yourselves the colour blue. So, I will describe what each of you sees, because it is not what you see on the map, necessarily. Okay. Blue players. Stairs beyond the door descend 5 feet. The corridor then turns right, meets a T-junction heading left or right. Left beyond the T-junction is a hanging purple curtain obscuring your vision. Taking the right at the T-junction reveals a descending staircase blocked by a wall of blue stone at the top. Red players. Stairs beyond the door ascend 5 feet. The corridor then turns left and meets a T-junction heading left or right. Beyond the T-junction is a hanging purple curtain, once again obscuring your vision. Taking the left at the T-junction reveals an ascending staircase blocked by a wall of redstone at the top.
Yeah, I really think you are screwed the pooch on this one, because if you actually look at the map, you've also reversed that.
No, because if you go all the way around, you'll find that red wall.
Yeah, it's like round this way.
But you can't see the blue wall that's there. But they can see the blue one.
So I will stop in front of the purple curtain, which I believe is here on the map.
Yes, that's exactly where it is. So for the benefits
I'm going to do the same on this side.
of continuing onwards, anything that is red, right? Anything that is red players can see. Anything that is blue players can see. And you cannot see the opposite colour, okay?
And we cannot... That means we can't see each other.
Indeed.
But I've got the idea of this, and I'm going to assume that the other two are smarter than me when it comes to this type of thing. So I'm going to put my hand on near the purple door, and hope someone else is going to be touching the purple door at the same time as me from the red party. And if I lean on it, either it's going to zap me and kill me, or I'm going to fall through it as soon as someone from the red team pushes it.
Okay. Is anyone else? Is anyone from the red team pushing it?
I'm assuming they also can't hear us.
Oh yeah, no, you can't hear each other.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, as I said, I'm just gonna kick the door.
Okay. I mean, it was a curtain, to be clear, but
Okay.
so you do fall through anyway, Hannah. But that's great. So beyond the curtain, for red players, what you are looking at now is a 10-foot deep pit filled with elemental chaos. It writhes all sorts of colours, and it is hot and cold at the same time. It gives us a pungent smell of acid. There is lightning crackling over it. And it's right on the opposite side. So red players, that's what you see there. Blue players, you don't see that. There is a wall though at the other end, and a black gem is embedded in the wall. In the center.
So, just to be safe, us reds can't see that black gem.
That's
randomly
right.
There.
You can't. You can see a floating red gem actually. You see a floating red gem hovering there, and behind there you can actually see an altar that is white.
Nick, you need
Can
to tango.
Can I recognise anything about the gem? Arcana?
Roll me Arcana. Yeah, roll me Arcana.
Okay, with my proficiency bonus. So that is... that's a 13.
Just looks like a gem, to be honest. It is strange that it's black.
Can I notice anything about the gem?
Yeah, there's a red gem just floating there. It's odd that it's floating there. Nothing appears to be holding it up. You can't get too close, obviously, because of all that elemental chaos in the way. But yeah, it's strange.
Thoughts, Grounded?
I could try shooting it.
I mean, from the way it's been described, I don't think there's anything stopping us from getting there. Aside from that, is there the wall there though for us?
The blue wall at the end is there for you. Yeah. The red pit, not there.
Okay.
So we can't. So sorry, we can't see the gem, can we? Because there's a wall in the way.
The gem is embedded in the wall, so you can't see it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And what colour was the gem? Sorry.
It is black.
That was black. Okay. So I'm going to start walking out towards it, and then probably fall to my death if there's an illusionary pit there.
You step straight out, and you're fine.
Oh, thank God, it's subjective reality.
Yay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to say...
Do I hear Gargoyle saying that?
Nope. if you had sending stones or something like that, that might work, but at the moment, no.
I'm going to say Grounded just sprint to the wall.
No magic.
You're going straight over to the wall. All right. There's a gem embedded in it. The wall appears to be real. If you like touch it, the wall, it'll resist your hand.
Yep.
You just move.
Can I tap the gem and see what that does?
Okay, you touch the gem, and red players. The pit disappears, and there is now ground there.
Grounded.
Yes, indeed. And you can see that gem hovering there.
Quick question, Nick.
Mm-hmm.
Does us not being able to hear each other count as magical silence?
No. It's more like you're not within like 2 kilometers of each other, or on the same plane of existence.
Yeah,
as
we're
each
in
other.
demi-planes.
I was just checking whether me being able to use message would have worked.
Message,
But obviously not.
does message work over planes? I don't think it does. Sending does, but I don't know if message does. Check the rules of message and see if it lets you go between planes. If it does, you're fine. You can use it.
The RPT psychic strain.
Yes. But meanwhile, can all of you please roll me initiative? As the moment you touch the gem, shreds of colour appear from the walls, and they are, for the red players, they are red. For the blue players, they are blue, and you are
Message is
dealing
120 foot.
20 feet. Well,
120.
spatially wise. Oh, 120 feet. Spatially wise, you're sort of all there. Let me get some tokens for this. I'm going to put 2 different tokens down. Don't read too much about the tokens. It's just I want to be able to track what is red and what is blue. Basically, they are the same creature. One is red, one is blue. Oh, that's a bit big, isn't it?
That's a 19.
Let me bring that down to size. There we go. And another red.
Yeah, it would need to be sending to go across planes.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, so yeah, the ground appears and something else appears with it, and that is these, what I will call chromatic shadows. And I will roll some initiative for them as well. Oh, rolled the same number twice, that's wild. And didn't that time though, so... Okay, who rolled higher than a 20? Rosad, you're going to be going first. Who rolled higher than a 15? Gargle, I think you got a 19? Everyone! Yep. Wow! This is amazing. Alright, who rolled higher than a 17? Gargle
Actually,
and
speaking
Hannah?
of that, I need to quickly go check that table.
Yes, check what your weapon is right now. Hannah, what did you roll?
18.
18. Gargoyle, you got a 19, so it is going to be Rosad, Gargoyle. That's amazing. Hannah, what did you roll, Grounded?
15 exactly.
15 exactly. Okay, so it's going to be the first blue chromatic shadow.
Of course.
Then it's going to be the first red chromatic shadow. Oh, what weapon have you got at the moment?
A lance.
Lance, not... Well, you can re-roll. Remember, you've got that option.
Yeah, I'm just trying to determine whether it's...
CSB,
Yeah,
CSR. Okay, and then you got 15 exactly. Then it is going to be chromatic shadow blue 2, and then chromatic shadow red 2. Okay.
Okay. That is my reroll for the long roll stun.
Okay, what did you get this time?
Now a maul. That's better.
Maul works, yeah. You are up first, Rosat.
Yes. In which case, I am just going to. I can only see one set of these, can't I?
Yes, so you can only see the 2 on the left, the red ones. And blue team, you can only see the blue ones on the right.
In which case, I'm going to run in and attack.
Okay.
Which I just need to quickly remind myself what the stats of them all are, so just bear with me.
So we were told that Gargoyle is an engineer, but what is your D&D class?
An artificer, and quite frankly, I'm regretting making a Wisdom 18 class because I'm having so much trouble following this. Or an Intelligence 18. Ugh.
I'll put it this way, this corridor is called the double slit corridor for a reason. One option is to go straight through the middle, you know.
I'm going to get proficiency with that anyway, so that'll be 6.
That's what Neil's ball.
I'm going to do both of my. I'm going to do both of my attack rolls straight up. So
Straight up, both attack rolls, and you're going up against.
that is a crit and 24.
Yeah, they hit. Roll damage. Holy shit! Great start. That's what I want to see from the rest of you as well. That kind of energy.
Crit is 12.
Okay, 12 points of damage. That's great.
And then I'll roll twice. Oh, actually, I'll just roll once and double. 20.
20. Okay. 12, 20, 32. 32 points of damage. That is a bloodied chromatic shadow. I will say, for future reference, you might want to actually roll both for crits, because on average, you do better rolling 2 dice than rolling 1 and doubling it. Just
On average.
it tends to mediate towards the middle as opposed to being hugely swingy. Like you might do max damage slightly more often, but on the other hand, you might do minimum damage slightly more often. Bree's gone. Rip Bree. Pixel is now grounded, and Hannah has been split in half.
Grounded's evolution into a bird. It finally happened.
Yes. Gargoyle, it is going to be your go next, unless you want to use a bonus action, Rosat.
No, there's no reason for me to use a bonus action at the moment, I feel.
Fuck Bardic Inspiration. Yeah, okay, Gargoyle.
I keep telling you, I need my Bardic Inspiration for me.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
It's almost like I took College of Swords because screw helping others.
Gargoyle, are you wearing armor yet?
No, he isn't, so Gargoyle's going to put some armor on.
Okay, that takes an action.
Yep.
Because the armorer
Yes,
specifically can put arcane armor on as an action. So, you dress yourself and describe your arcane armor. Which, firstly, have you gone for infiltrator or guardian armor?
I think Guardian armor.
Guardian armor. Okay, so it's a bit bulkier, but it is, a bit more literally armored. And it's got those thunder gauntlets.
Given that an action's about 6 seconds, is it like a full-blown Sailor Moon transformation sequence of putting on the armor like this?
It's that, or it's...
Power
have you seen,
Rangers.
Iron Man 2, where it just goes... It's
I was
like
thinking some kind of magnetic expanding thing, but I'm rethinking that based on the suggestion of having it be a transformation sequence.
I'm going to need a veto of some anime nonsense right now. You'll have to take at least 1 level in Monk before you can do anime nonsense.
Right, yeah, but no. Gargoyle gets dressed.
Gargoyle gets dressed. Okay, good use of an action, though.
It's how he starts today, it's how he starts his combat encounters.
Yeah, okay, we go over to Hannah.
Right. Okay, so we can only see the
blue ones.
mirrory things, the blue
Yeah.
ones. Okay.
I will say, if
Let
you've ever
us-
seen a shadow, they look like those, but one colour specifically.
Let us walk over to one. Let's take my non-magical rapier and poke at it. I can poke at it twice because I'm paladin. So,
Okay.
and I haven't got my new army yet. So, grr. As far as I know. So,
No, you haven't.
No. So I'm literally just 6th level character, nothing else. This is going to be great.
You'll be fine, I'm sure.
Yeah. Where's my attack information? It's been so long since I played. I've forgotten how to actually roll attacks in this game. Ah, yeah. 15 for the first.
Okay, that hits.
Nice. Okay, and for the second one, because I rolled them at the same time. 23, which I believe is more.
It is. Yeah, roll me some damage.
Yep. I found some d8s because I'm using a rapier.
Mm-hmm.
Who has d8s sitting around on their desk? I mean, really.
I never have enough of them.
So that's 5 to start with because I rolled minimum, and 5 again. So 10 total because I rolled minimum.
Okay, as you shove the rapier through its form, you get the feeling it's not really doing anywhere near as much damage as it should be. Like, you've fought shadows before, and you swear they did more damage than that before.
That's just because I'm not very good at, like, I'm not on my game today. I know I didn't hit a very good hit, or because there's something weirder there.
You get the feeling that it probably has resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage from non-magical attacks. Like everything at this CR range.
You know what helps at this level range? Having weapons above the starting character stuff.
It's all right. You are a weapon above the starting character. You've got smite. You'll be fine. All right. Okay. We go over to CSB1. CSB1 is coming over. It's going 5-10. It's coming up to Hannah, and it is going to use its. It's going to use its intelligence drain on you. So, weapon attack. Does a 12 hit?
Doing to her already.
12 doesn't hit.
A 12 does not hit, no.
No. All right, well, it tried. That's it done.
It was trying to intelligence drain me.
Yeah.
What was I hoping to get?
I don't know. We go over... It's almost like it kills you if it drains it to 0. We go over to the red one, which is right in front of Rosad. Rosad has disappeared, but I'll try rolling it anyway. It's going to do a wisdom drain. Okay, that is going to be an 18. We'll see whether that hits in a moment.
I mean, it does hit, but
Oh, hey Rosad.
I am still here. I'm just quickly eating.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Well, let me just roll the effect. So you take 13 points of fire damage, and your wisdom score is reduced by 4. Is your wisdom still above 0?
Yeah.
You're still alive. Good. You don't know how long that's going to last for. Okay.
I mean, considering how wise I am now, I really don't know how long it's going to last.
What is your wisdom score now? I'm concerned.
Sorry, you took off 4 to 6.
Okay. Oh, this could
Is that
get...
a 10 wisdom normally? I call
could-
shenanigans.
This could be bad. Okay, grounded. On to you.
Okay, so can I tell anything about these chromatic shadow things?
Sure. Roll me, in this case, I think Arcana. I think you've encountered a few... I want to say, like, undead adjacent. These are, strictly speaking, sort of aberrations, but they're the shadows are undead. They're fairly similar.
Okay, that is a 11.
11. Okay, you get the feeling, if they are like shadows at all, that probably a specific color of light will damage them.
Okay. Can I use my alchemy set to make a flame for a specific colour?
Yes, I think you can. Roll me. We'll make this your action, and we'll essentially treat it as you creating this bright light. Roll me an alchemist tools, intelligence alchemist tools proficiency check.
Okay.
And that's going to essentially determine how effective it is. I think bare minimum you can, and we'll just see, how bright you make it, how effective it is.
Okay, I'll get double proficiency for this, so that's 6 plus 1. Wait. Ooh. That's a 23.
Okay. You might want to close your eyes. It goes woomph. This huge, bright flash. What colour have you made it?
I'm gonna say red.
Good call. Yeah, this bright flash of red light, and it covers both of those two blue chromatic shadows, and they recoil and they go, and they will each take. Can you roll me a d8, please? And that'll be how much they each take. And also, it has briefly, you believe, made them more vulnerable to follow-up attacks.
That's a 3.
Okay, they both take 6 points of damage. Very nice. And that's your action done, but of course as a rogue you've got bonus actions and stuff.
Okay, for my bonus action, if I shoot them with my repeating crossbow, do I still get my sneak attack?
You can't shoot your repeating crossbow as a bonus action unless you've shot it as an action, I believe. I believe two-weapon fighting requires you to make a strike and then follow up with the bonus action.
Okay.
I will double-check that later, but I think you've got to have struck first, so to speak.
In that case, how high is the wall?
The wall goes up here 10 feet.
Yeah, I'm gonna climb up the wall.
Okay, you climb up the wall. That's fine. Slippers of spider climbing. You're up.
Yeah. I just find it. I just like her. Yeah, I just feel more comfortable on the ceiling.
How high up do you go? Do you go the full 10 feet?
Yep, and I just sort of hang around on the ceiling.
All right. You will take an attack of opportunity.
Disadvantage.
At disadvantage. Good, very, very good point. At disadvantage. You're lucky, because I rolled an 18 and a 1. So that's a miss. It sort of reaches out at you as you go away, like, but you're too fast, and it's too blinded.
And I make an attack of opportunity.
Do you?
Because I have the Sentinel feat. When a creature within 5 foot of me makes an attack against a target other than me, and that target doesn't have this feat, so unless they have the Sentinel feat, I use my reaction to make a melee attack.
Then you absolutely do. Go for it.
It's one of the 3 parts of the Sentinel feat. The other 2 are also ridiculous.
No, go for it. Go for it.
Sentinel is ridiculous.
It
but
is.
I probably didn't hit on 11.
Not with an 11, I'm afraid, no.
Fair enough. But that's my reaction done for the turn.
Okay, we go over to the blue chromatic shadow. The second one, which is now in range of Hannah, but not of Grounded. But I think is going to break from Hannah up the wall to strike at Grounded, because Grounded just made a fucking bright light and it was awful. So, with disadvantage, I'm going to attack you. It's going up the wall, just like you did, basically.
I tried.
And with disadvantage, that is a 21.
Wow.
I rolled a natural 20 and a 16. So on the plus side, it's not a crit. Like, it could have been worse. So that is going to be... Let me get the D6s out again. 14 points of fire damage.
I
And
think you mean 7.
7 points of fire damage. And your intelligence score has been reduced by 3.
Oh no.
That's its go. CSR 2, which is down here next to Hannah, but not reachable anyway for opportunity attacks, is going to go up and is going to pile in on Ruzad, I think. And is going to go for an attack. It is not affected by light, so it's not going to be with disadvantage. That is an 18 to hit.
What
Yeah.
did you with an 18?
I mean, if you were wearing full plate, you'd be... No, you'd still be here, actually.
Yeah, I'd be hit because
Yeah.
I'm wearing a plate.
So that is going to be... ...13 points of fire damage. And your wisdom score has been reduced by 2. I actually forgot, the blue ones are actually doing cold damage, not fire damage, but we'll ignore it for now because I made the mistake. But next time, remind me, they're doing cold damage because they're, diametric opposites. But that's their go, and we go to the top again. Ruzad.
Okay. So, what I'm thinking I'm going to need to do is attack.
That sounds great. I'm a big fan.
It does sound great.
Whack.
So I'm just going to do both my attacks. And I'm going to attack the same one I was attacking before.
Okay.
So, that's a 17 and a 15.
Both of those hit.
Awesome. So I'll just roll this twice. That is a 6. And that is a 9.
Okay, so 15 more points of damage.
Nice.
Nice. It's not looking great, that one. It's not looking great at all.
And just as a little extra, I will do my slashing flourish.
Ooh, lovely. So you just swipe away with it at the end. With the mace. Slashing with the mace. Yeah.
Which is, sadly, only one.
Only one. Oh, it's a shame. Does that hit both of them, though, doesn't it? Or is it just an extra attack? Because one of them hits. Like,
I believe it's just extra damage.
just extra damage, okay.
And it's target I hit and any other creature within 5 feet of me.
Sweet. So, okay. 1 extra point on CSR 2. Okay.
1 point off at all. On
Helps.
The other one.
It helps. Over to you, Gargoyle.
Right, Gargoyle is going to move.
As I hadn't actually finished,
Oh, sorry.
I am also going to use my bonus action to do a 3rd level healing word on myself.
Okay. That makes sense. Recover some health.
Is 10.
10. 10's good. Yeah. Okay. Gargoyle, over to you.
Gargoyle is going to move 5, 10 feet, wedged between the two of them.
Okay, that will actually cost you a bit more movement because moving through enemy space is actually not even possible. But we'll allow it for this.
That's fine, yeah. Although I guess it's corner to corner.
Sure, it's fine. Yeah, no. You can go around the other way. You have enough movement. You can also fly over them if you want. Like,
I can't fly when the armor's on.
oh yeah. You could just run around. Honestly, just go around.
Okay.
You've got enough movement.
5,
It's the opposite of Iron Man armor. You can't fly with the armor on.
Alright, so 15 feet.
Okay.
Then I'm going to attack the one that Ruzad was just attacking.
Okay, so that's the one to the south.
Yep.
Sure.
With Thunder Gauntlets.
The Thunder Gauntlets. Yes!
Does a 17 hit?
17 does hit, yeah. So what does it look like when your Thunder Gauntlet connects with an enemy? Bearing in mind, thunder damage is sonic damage, not lightning.
Bearing in mind that I didn't actually prepare a fancy list of how it all looks like I did with Morgan. It looks like I'm punching it with thunder.
Okay, so the fist connects and there is this shock wave when it hits, and it just that ripples out a little bit. And Ruzad, I imagine you're slightly surprised, because until now this has been an extremely nervous Owlin who's just literally just put on some like magical armor, run in and clocked a spectre, a shadow in the face with
For 1 damage.
a fist of thunder that deals 1 damage. For 1 damage.
I rolled a d8.
Okay.
Ruzet's only thought is that can come from fists too.
yeah. Normally you do a lot of thunder damage in general. Is there no modifier on it at all on that damage, or is it just d8? Nope. Yeah.
Nope, no modifier.
Fair enough. Anything else happen when you hit with the Thunder Gauntlet?
Yes, that target has disadvantage on any targets other than me.
Okay.
For the next turn that it takes.
So I have to say this. It does have resistance to thunder damage, so you've actually done 0 points of thunder damage with that hit. But you have given it the disadvantage.
The disadvantage until my next turn, yeah. And then I'm going to attack the other one with Thunder Gauntlets also.
Okay, yeah. Strike it again using your extra action, hopefully doing a bit more damage.
That's an 8.
No! Okay, you miss. It's hard, in fairness, to punch a shadow, right? And you've only just put the armor on, you're not, like, settled in. So, the fist just misses. But you know what? You're in the middle of the fight and you're not feeling as nervous as you probably thought you would. Which is good.
I do look as bad as Rosat probably thought I would be.
Yeah. You've done so far 0 damage in 2 rounds of
2
combat.
attacks.
But this is fine. You'll show them. You'll show them when they get to the locks. Anything with a bonus action?
Sure, I'll use Defensive Field to give myself 6 temporary hit points.
Okay, sounds great. And any more movement? Provoking attacks of opportunity? Or are you going to stay there?
Yeah, I'm gonna stay there.
Okay, that sounds great. Okay, it is over to Hannah.
Okay, so the combat appears to have moved to the ceiling.
Some
what
of
a
it.
feeling.
The one right in front of you is still right in front of you, but the one to the right is up the ceiling with grounded.
I'm going to use a bonus action to cast Magic Weapon on myself and using up half my spell slots to do so.
Okay,
Joyous, so I can actually damage the thing.
it's warlocks for you. You only get 2 spell slots.
First of all, how dare you call me a warlock?
Is it that different?
And now I'm going to take out my frustrations on your monsters.
That's fair.
I attack. Full attack, because I can do so.
Oh, yes.
So that is at least 20.
Very nice. That'll hit.
21. And second attack will be cock the dice. 20 more. So
Very good.
22. So magic weapon. I get +1. Oh, it's even more than that. So yes, 20. Yeah, even way more. But yes, +1 damage on top of all this. Then
Very nice. And it being magical attacks, it's going to do the full.
yep. So that is 12 on the first.
Okay. 12 on the first.
And 9 on the second.
Okay, so 21 points there. Very good.
Pure magical damage.
It is bloodied.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I will then use my move action to disengage and move there. I believe that puts me in threatening of both of them. If it's on the wall or above me in the ceiling.
Yeah, you're within 5 feet of both of them.
Wave a stick at it.
Just so you know, you can't disengage because that is an action. But you haven't actually left the reach, so you're okay.
I thought disengage was the equivalent to like a 5-foot step.
No, disengage is a full action. Rogues get to do it as a bonus action. But
okay, what is the equivalent of a safe 5-foot step?
There is no such
mission?
thing. You can move around people without taking attacks of opportunity in general. It's just if you leave their reach is when you take it. So at the moment you're fine because you're within 5 still.
I haven't reached them.
So
right.
That's all good. And we go to CSB1, who is actually the one you just struck. And so it's going to come back round to the other side of you. Like so. And it's going to give you the old attacky. And this is its first time since Grounded did the flash, so it is going to be doing it at disadvantage.
Poor thing.
No. A 5, I'm assuming, does not hit. It's struggling to get hold of you because it's blinded. A 5.
Like, did it roll a 1 and then that's 5 total?
No.
Poor thing.
No, it rolled a 2.
Oh.
And CSR1, which is the one that's been, pretty heavily attacked by both of you. Seeing Gargoyle come in is going to turn around and try and attack Gargoyle. Right, let's see. Does a 10 hit?
No.
Didn't think it would. Okay. Grounded, over to you.
Okay, so first question. Do I have flank on the one that attacked me the last round?
No.
Oh yeah, because the other one's
in there as well, so it's just a melee.
Yeah. Okay, in that case, I'm going to take out my flame tongue schemata, and I'm just going to steady aim it.
Okay. So you steady your aim, which will give you advantage on the attack, and go for it. So this is a flaming sword that you've just brought out. Presumably not from presumably from a fireproof pocket. But you just take it out.
I mean, it's not. I don't keep it lit in my pocket.
It's not a bonus action to ignite it or anything, is it?
Yeah, it's a bonus action to ignite it.
Ah, so you can steady aim or ignite it.
Yeah, that's why I was asking if I had the flank.
Ah, I understand. You'll still get sneak attack anyway, if that's what you're trying to get. You just won't get advantage. Because Hannah's within 5 feet.
Oh, yeah, I thought
you don't need advantage to get sneak attack.
Okay, in that case, I'll use my bonus action to ignite it.
Nice! Woomph! There's now quite a lot of bright light in here, and interestingly, that's probably red light. So add a d8 to your damage when you
Assuming, of course, I hit.
Assuming you hit.
Okay, that's going to be a +6 with my proficiency and my dexterity. Does a 16 hit?
It does. It does.
Yes.
So roll damage, roll sneak attack, roll wails from the grave, and then also roll a d8 of extra fire damage.
Okay,
and they will be rolling
first.
at disadvantage in the future because they've seen this bright light and it's blinding to them.
So they're blinded by the light?
Yeah. They didn't see fire until they were already a man. To them it was merely blinding.
Right. So, schematas are d6, aren't they?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay, so let me just count this out. That's a d6 for the normal damage die.
Yep, d6 for normal damage. 3d6, I think, now for sneak attack.
I get 3d6 for sneak attack.
So that's already 4 d6s. Then whatever you add for it being on fire.
Yep, that's another 2d6.
And then a d8.
And a d8. Wait, so that's...
I think it was 66 plus 1d8.
Yeah, that's right. And then plus 3 from my dexterity modifier.
Plus 3. That'll be important.
Oh,
Ooh, that felt good. Okay, that's 5, 10,
Heck yes, rogues.
15, 18, 21, 27, plus 3, that is 30 points of damage.
Okay. It is
And
dead.
for his... Oh, and for his friend,
Yep.
that'll be... Oh, that's 2d6 necrotic.
6
Or necrotic.
Not resistant to necrotic or even immune to it. So it's going to take that. But yeah, the first one is dead. Just gone. Like you've incinerated it with the flaming scimitar. Just straight down the middle, and it bursts into flames. And just speckles of light peel away from it. And yeah, it's gone. It is utterly gone. I'm going to put it in the bin where it belongs. There we go.
Yay!
Okay.
Right.
Yeah. Anything else? Oh, you can't move, I suppose, because...
Yeah. But I do have a traditional Aarakocra battle cry, which sounds especially like do 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 do.
You can move, actually. You didn't steady aim in the end, so if you do want to move, you can do that.
Oh yeah.
Can't play Blinded by the Light and play that music. It's the wrong bitch music.
Yeah. I'm gonna drop down from the ceiling and run round here. So Hannah has the flank.
Okay, so you're flanking it. Excellent. Alright, it would have been the blue chromatic shadows go that you killed, but you killed it. We go over to the second red chromatic shadows. That's the one to the north. This one is going to, having seen Gargoyle's performance, is going to now go for Ruzad again. That is a 24 to hit. And so that is...
oh, you know, that definitely doesn't hit. Definitely doesn't hit.
So that is going to be 16 points of fire damage.
I am suddenly glad I healed.
Yeah. And...
Well, I'm saddening.
Your intelligence score is reduced by 5. No, wisdom. Which one was this one reducing? Red is wisdom because it's hot. Is reduced by 5. What is it now?
-1.
Okay. You die instantly.
Damn.
Damn. That was a high roll. I rolled max.
Sweet old embrace of passing out. Actually, no, literally death again.
Yeah, literally death. You're not unconscious. You are unfortunately dead. Gargoyle, you just see Ruzad's eyes glass over immediately and crumples to the ground. Ruzad, you see everything go black, but there's that pinprick of light again. And you move towards it. Yeah.
So is there a floating face? Because I feel like getting in a pump.
There's definitely a floating face.
The final battle shall be epic.
So you go off to punch a god, the god of death, and yeah, Ruzad has just died. That did throw me. Okay. Next person, Gargoyle.
So the question now becomes, do I try to, like, kill one of them? And then...
Actually, Nick, as a question, with my maul, would that still be in the maul form?
It will have collapsed down to its crystalline form. So it looks like though a sort of cube of bismuth.
So it'll only keep its form while it's in. Got it.
Yeah. So it's gone straight back to its original form.
So it is now useless.
For now.
Yeah, like now.
Yeah. So does anyone know Revivify or? Well, I guess we better start a timer for 1 minute, shouldn't we?
In a minute.
The group has no clerics.
You do know someone who has cast it before, though.
Yes, but can you get them here in a minute?
Or can you get Ruzad back in a minute?
Unless Grounded could suddenly jump from one reality to another, I doubt it.
It's going to be tricky. So, let's start the timer. Okay, we're at 0 now. It's going to be 6 seconds per round. Okay, Gargoyle, it's up to you.
Do I fight or do I run?
If you
Up to
can
you.
carry the body.
So, interesting.
Getting to the body is going to be difficult.
The real interesting question is how are you going to get through the doors?
Walk through them, presumably.
It needs to be done at the same time as one of us. So, the problem with Ruzad dying, aside from sorry about your character dying, it sucks. One of us is trapped here permanently. Because we have to synchronize people going through the portals in pairs.
But was that you're very fortunate because of, like, you need to do it synchronized, or just because, like, it's equal encounters?
As far as we know, it's synchronized, but we'll have to find that out in a bit. Anyway, this is neither here nor there.
Yeah, Hannah, you can't communicate with Gargoyle. Grounded, you can't communicate with Gargoyle. Neither of you two know that Ruzad is dead. Gargoyle, it's all on you.
We could just assume it.
I mean, yeah, you can operate under that assumption, and it's a perfectly reasonable assumption. But
Even when Rusev was alive, a perfectly reasonable assumption.
actually, Grounded, you do know that Ruzad is dead immediately. As he hits the ground, you hear a voice in your head say, "Dad?" And you see this flash of an image. You see him collapse for a second, and you get that in your head. Because you are, of course, somewhat of a lightning rod for ghosts. In fact, hell, you might end up with Ruzad the Blasting in there in a minute. So
He must be saved at all costs.
we can't have this. Be a religion proficiency. Okay, Gargoyle, what is it going to be?
Probably death. I'd hate to leave the body there.
I mean, at least take the magical weapon.
I will say, you do have spell slots as well. Like, you don't have to just punch. You can cast things.
Actually, that does...
And now you don't have to worry about collateral damage, so...
Is Ruzad right now a creature or an object?
Object.
Technically an object.
I'm worried about where this is going, if I'm honest.
Well, I was thinking, like, maybe I could use Vortex Warp, but Vortex Warp only works on a creature, and it can't be me, so I can't just, like, pick him up and then use it.
Read me what Vortex Warp does again.
You magically twist space around another creature you can see within range. The target must succeed in a Constitution saving throw. It can choose to fail it, or the target is teleported to an unoccupied space of your choice that you can see within range for a range of 90 feet.
I'd allow that on a corpse. I think that's fine. It would also fail, obviously, but... I mean, it would fail the saving throw, so it would... go off
I mean,
automatically.
I can't roll anything.
Yeah, like it can't resist. It's dead. But you can do that. I think that's fine for what you're doing.
Right. Well then, yeah, I suppose like to the end of the corridor side of either of the stairs.
Okay. You walk
And
Rosette over
then
there.
5, 10, 15.
Okay, you are going to take an attack of
20.
opportunity.
Oh,
2 attacks
okay.
of opportunity, actually. So the first one is that is a 21 to hit. The second one, that's much less. That's an 11. So the 11's not going to hit anyway.
the 21 is going to hit.
21's going to hit. That does 7 plus 3, 10 points of fire damage. And your wisdom is reduced by 5 points again.
Yeah, that's 0. So,
Rest in peace. Okay, Grounded, you've just seen another ghost appear. Interesting.
Okay. I turn to
Christ.
Hannah and say, we need to get to the other two now.
I will say it's extremely unfortunate that the 2 himbos have gone to the wisdom draining side. If they'd gone to intelligence, they might have been alright.
No. I have even less intelligence
Okay.
than wisdom.
Fair enough. Never mind. Okay.
So, yeah, I guess we have to kill this as very, 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 very quickly then.
Yeah, Hannah, it's you up next.
All right then. Let me just double check my features for class stuff.
This is why they say you should never run shades and ghouls. Not
All
ghouls.
right.
The other ones.
Fuck, stat
Spectres, that's it.
Stat trait sucks. Right, full attack. Let's go. 19 versus AC, and sorry, it's 20 versus AC and 26 versus AC. So I think they both hit.
Okay, you can roll them again if you want. You have advantage. Just see if you crit.
Okay, cool. Not crit. Crit.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
We'll just call it dead, shall we? Because
Yeah. If the first one's not going to do enough damage, the second one's getting smited with a level 2 spell slot. So do you want me to roll for that? Just to make sure,
you're
or
doing
are
a
we just calling it
magical
dead?
weapon. I'm calling it dead with the amount of health it's got left.
All right, cool.
It is dead. It is deceased. Interestingly, the red ones have gone as well because there are no life forms remaining.
wait a second. Wait.
Yeah.
I might have messed up. Foully. Bird pun intended.
Okay.
Oh really?
I was going off modifier, not score.
Oh my god! What's your score?
12.
That's a bit better. I thought that was quick. Okay, we'll bring him back. I'm gonna have to rescale him again.
Sorry.
The Grand Giant!
There we go. Okay, so they're back there. Now you can move past. Those hits have happened. You can keep
I told
moving.
you I was going to forget D&D halfway
It's no
through.
problem. It's no problem. That has been a big relief for me personally. Now, you can keep rolling. You've done the attacks of opportunity. You can just keep going.
25, 30.
You have a movement speed, I believe, of 40, is it?
No, 30.
30, okay. Okay, so you get to there. You're still alive, great. So, the 2 on the blue side are dead, though, so that means the blue wall has disappeared now, and behind it, you can see an altar. I say this because it is CSR 1's go, so it's moving... Oops, I didn't mean to scale it. It is moving up the corridor to chase Gargoyle. It is going to attack. Oh, that's only an 8. Never mind. And the other one is going to chase eventually, but it's not its go yet. We go to grounded now because all the blue ones are dead. The wall has disappeared, and behind you can see a white altar carved into the side of the of the altar. At the top are the letters, well, heliotroponomeni, when combined together. HELIOTROPENOMENI. And there's a little bowl in the center, and it's filled with a water that swirls with red and blue.
Hey, would the word mean anything to me?
No, probably not. Not least because I've not written down the meaning. I apparently looked it up once and then didn't write down what I was actually intending. I believe it's two together as one or something like that.
Oh yeah, Helios and Helix.
Yeah. Yeah, I just never wrote that down, apparently. And I did this. I made this room like a month ago, so I've got no idea.
Okay, do we go forward and hope there's a way to go back, or...
Where do you think they've gone? Back or forwards?
Presumably, Wait, how much will I know? Do I literally just have a, am I literally just aware that Roos is dead, or am I getting a bit more information
You're
here?
aware that Roos is dead, and that's pretty much all the info you've got. It just sort of came through in a flash. Almost more of emotion than vision.
Roos is down. We need to get him back to someone who can cast Revive.
I'll follow your lead. Choose a direction.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna use all my movement, my move action, and my bonus action to sprint all the way. Wait, how much have I got? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60.
Okay.
Wait, would I be able to get through the curtain?
Yes, you can get through the curtain.
Okay, and that's my movement.
All right, that's your go. With grounded done, it is CSR2's go, who's coming in around and is going to be on top of the other one, functionally. I'm going to put it next to it on the map, because it's climbing the wall. And it's going to strike as well. Really? 7. Okay. We go to
Why
Ruzad.
did you do this before?
6 seconds
Go to
have
me.
passed.
Oh, right, yes.
And you are... Tell you what, roll me an attack.
Okay.
As you try to lay a fist into Morian, the god of life and death.
Yeah. Awesome, yeah. And I'll roll that as literally my unarmed.
Yep. In fact, you know what? I'm going to track HP for the god of death. Oh, this should be amusing.
Unless it's 10 hits.
Yes. Not wearing any armor. I don't think a high dex score.
In which case, just 4.
4 points of damage.
There is no need for roll. It is just flat 4.
The alabaster mask in front of you has got a slight, dent, and it grimaces, and it looks at you and goes, "Impudent wretch! I will teach you discipline." And it is going to try to headbutt you, essentially. It's got nothing else. It's going to try and headbutt you. Does a 13 hit?
No.
It misses. For some reason, death has almost given you a new clarity, a new sense of clarity, and your reactions are quick, and you jump back, and Morian is not able to hit you. Interesting. Yeah, let's track that. That could be interesting. Okay, Ruzad, with your go done, we go to Gargoyle.
As a bonus action, do you want your body to let go of the bodily waste that it's hanging onto?
If anything, we need a Constitution saving throw to hold on to it, or possibly Strength. Anyway,
Alright.
Gargoyle, your go. There are two chromatic shadows clawing over each other, trying to reach you.
So first things first, I'm gonna move forward and pick up Rosad.
All right, that's 2 attacks of opportunity. I can't believe 7. Natural 1. Okay, no hits.
I think you need some new dice, Nick.
I do, don't I? I'm bidding that one. I'm gonna use the green one.
All your dice seem to be good at is killing me.
Yeah.
So that's 5, and what's my movement like while I'm carrying a person?
It's halved, so you'll be 15 feet.
5, 10, 15. Alright. That's about it.
Okay, you do still have your action, so you can dash to double that. Or you can cast a spell if there's anything that will make you move faster. I don't know what spells you've got.
I didn't prepare any spells that'll make me move faster, so I'll use the dash.
You will have some spells prepared by default every day as an artificer.
I don't think any of them increase my speed.
That's a shame. Fair enough. We need to get you freedom of movement or something.
I have long strider. I just didn't think that I'd be carrying a corpse back to a mirror today.
Fair. I mean, you don't prep for those things, do you? I mean, that's not something you expect. It's not in the calendar. We'll be carrying a corpse back to a mirror today. Yeah, I mean, roll me Arcana, please.
Okay.
Because something Petra said, I feel like probably Pixel the person has forgotten. Gargoyle the character might have remembered, might have forgotten in the heat of the moment.
16.
You know those marbles that you charged up?
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember how to use them?
No.
Press them against a mirror.
You've ruined the game, Nick.
Look, she said it explicitly, and I know that there's a lot to remember as a player compared to a character. A character.
There's also a lot of mirrors in the room that we're currently in. If going through the door actually did happen.
Yes, you're through the door. There's mirrors all over the place. The wall is made of mirror.
Well, I've already used my action, so next turn I'll do that.
Fair enough. The floor is made of mirror. The ceiling is made of mirror. Everything is mirror. Okay, Hannah, over to you. So you've got that altar to the south, or ground is just absolutely just gone, just as quickly as she could of the other side. You're muted.
My bad.
No problem.
I'm sprinting as fast as I can to follow grounded. But
Okay.
As I'm sprinting, has anything about the environment changed?
No, not at the moment.
Okay, cool.
Okay, that's Hannah done. We go to CSR1, who is going to chase after the gargoyle and is going to stop there. It's sort of gnashing at this invisible barrier that you can't see a barrier there, but it's gnashing at it. It's like,
aha, knew it.
So yeah, it's doing its best, but it can't get through. Grounded, over to you.
Yeah, so I'm going to still be running. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Bonus action. 35, 40, 45, 50. And...
Well, there's the corpse of Rosad. You've seen it now.
Okay. So, well, I've remembered what the balls do.
Fnar. But also, I mean, talking is not like an action. You can just do it. Gargoyle, you can tell Grounded right now what the balls do. Which again, we'll need to give him a better name. Mirror droplets. We'll call them mirror droplets. What the mirror droplets do. There you go.
I swear, I didn't do this. Take one of the mirror droplets. Use it.
If you didn't already have inspiration, I'd give it to you for that. That was fantastic.
Okay, I grab one of the droplets and
I'll just pop it in.
Just eat it. Okay, you put it in your mouth. Great. At no point did Petra say eat them.
Said something to the contrary.
All right. Roll me a Constitution saving throw as you eat a magical infused mirror droplet. Meanwhile, presumably Ruzad is watching from the afterlife going, what?
This is for your sister. D6 plus 4 days.
I thought Ruzad is watching when they're currently in the middle of a fist fight with a giant floating mass.
No. The God of Death also was looking, and it's just like...
The two of you have just sat down. You're watching on this, like, cosmic, like, TV on a sofa, just like, what are they doing?
God of Death goes, time out a second.
Yeah, just hold on a moment. What?
You seem serious.
I can't. Can you? I mean, like, didn't you...
How do you survive so long?
Yeah, Constitution saving throw, please.
Constitution saving throw. Right. So this is how we're party wiping, eh?
Apparently, just eating random things.
That's 11.
Okay, you're all right. I was gonna say 10 or less. You're poisoned for like a minute, but no, you're good. You're good.
Okay.
Anyone want to do anything other than eat
I
magic
guess
items?
I immediately, as I put it in my mouth, I immediately spit it out and it hits the
Yeah,
mirror.
okay, fair enough. Poof. Hits the mirror and the wall ripples. And it suddenly, like, it clarifies. Like, before it was sort of black and smoky, and now you can see the statues at the entrance.
Okay. So I'm just gonna grab Ruse and I'm just gonna floor it. I'm just gonna run straight back as quickly as I can, shouting the password.
Okay, so you jump out here with... Let me just put Ruzad there with you, and I'll move the camera over to where you are. You have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 feet to the exit of the mirror run.
Okay.
Do you have 25 feet more of movement?
Yeah, I've got my... Do I still have my bonus action?
I think you bonus action dashed already.
Oh, yeah. Do I have was it a move action to pick up Ruse?
No, he's not resisting. I think it would have been fine to grab him.
Yep, I've got my move action for another 30 feet then.
Okay. So you go on through and you disappear. Out. Into... So I'm going to say, how much time has actually passed? What, 10 minutes since you went in? So Petra's just kind of, at the moment, trying to feed two of the harpies. And is like, oh god, why don't you eat? Why don't you? She's kind of forgotten that you've already fed him. And he's like, why aren't you eating? Oh my god, have I done something wrong? Is this not the food you like? And then suddenly you clatter out into the living room. And you probably clattering through, like, you knock over like a lampshade or something like that. And she goes, what?
The children have witnessed a dead body. They are forever changed.
That's... Well, they're probably hungry now. That's quick! Oh, well done! And she just goes white when she sees Ruzad's corpse. Like, not again!
Sorry, do you have a spare diamond?
She goes, well, you're lucky that the... And she points upstairs to Eao, who's now sleeping. You're lucky she gave me another diamond. Because she did. She did a replacement diamond straight afterwards. So she takes it again from her necklace, presses it to Ruzad's body, and casts Revivify.
Thank God. A resurrection.
A resurrection. Two resurrections in 3 days. Ruzad, roll me one more final attack on Morian as you are peeled away from the afterlife again. Well, actually, are you willing? It is Ruzad willing to be resurrected. do have unfinished
You know-
business.
I was going to say, I have unfinished business. But as I'm currently in a fistfight with a god, which is part of my unfinished business, I think this is going to have to be the end for Ruse.
What is the highest priority? Fighting a god or resurrecting Hetty?
I've still got Hetty here.
Well, that's true. Is that the end?
It's the end of Ruse.
Okay. The diamond
Always
glows
the diamond.
and shatters, but nothing comes back. Rosad's form just limp, lifeless. Grounded, you do get a shred of Rosad's soul in your head. Because you're right near when they died. And up to you what proficiency Rosad might give you. But Rosad's there now.
I mean,
Proficiency in not putting random objects in your mouth.
That would not be a Rosad proficiency, no.
Performance, I guess.
actually, I was more thinking it would probably be around deception.
Oh yeah.
That would work. Okay. Rest in peace, Rosad. It is 9:43, which is a perfect time for a break, and you're all out of combat now. Some of you are still in the mirror run. But yeah, we'll stop here. We'll go for a break. And we'll be back in, 15 minutes? 15 minutes good? So if we go for... That'd be 5 minutes to 10.
To me.
Yeah, that's fine with me.
Okay, I will go to the break screen. As always, you're not visible, but you are audible. So do feel free to chat to people, and I will chat to people for a little bit initially before I go and get a drink.
That was terrifying.
Well, holy shit!
Then.
Oh, wow, okay. I didn't...
In my defense,
I didn't expect that.
I'm using the current standard character sheet, and that has it so that all of the actual stats are like very tiny, and the stat modifiers are the big numbers.
I
That
suppose
modifies
you
the bit of
end
the
up paying more attention to the modifiers, so...
So you're okay with your character being the deads?
Look, the first time he was reluctant on coming back. I think this time, considering Orion is right there, and little known fact, his main mission at the time, other than reviving Hetty, was literally getting into a punch-on with Morian.
So punching on with Morian it is then.
Yeah.
Yep.
So for
That's
the rest of the session, it's just going to be occasionally going back to Rosad. And now Grounded has a ghost in her head who tells her to lie.
Which is no different to Rosad in life, to be fair.
Alright, so you're on
Lie. Lie like this. No, lie better.
Alright, I'm going to mute myself for a little bit while I do some tippy typing with a certain member of the party, and I'll be back in a bit.
I
So,
am going to,
Oh, go on.
I'm gonna pee and get something to drink. Any of you want anything?
Nah, but
Some mirror droplets.
just remember to roll your constitution when you drink it.
Hey, how's the chat doing, by the way?
So,
So
risk worth assessment. Go back, get the item. And if we go back, are they still there? And or do more of them spawn because more people are walking through the door?
See, wizards. Wizards have no real concept of workplace safety instructions. They also like putting the instructions on how to break into the vault right next to things if you're like, ooh, I am so smart I can break into this place. It's the worst hubris.
Okay,
So-
you mean like in-game wizards? Because this entire time I thought you've been saying wizards, but you meant it also was an allegory for Wizards of the Coast.
Oh, that too. But no, like it's not like it's not just the way it makes on the adventure. It's the case like in fictions, wizards were like, ooh, we will put up a fancy sign saying "Speak Friendamento." Ooh, they won't work out this puzzle. Ooh. It's like, first off, just put up a CCTV camera. Just post a guard. You know, invest in a good lock. None of this enchanted words in Elvish crap. No, just a nice set of security systems.
Nobody wanted to know what it would be like if the Riddler was a mage.
The Riddler is like that's how all mages work in fiction. They're all the Riddler.
True.
It's like, ooh, I am so full of my own hubris. I will hide these magic items behind 5,000 locks.
Riddle me this, Birdman.
Meanwhile, other organizations that don't have the luxury of having magical defenses, do you know what they do when they have artifacts beyond their ken that they have to keep from falling in enemy hands?
Have a guard, presumably.
They just smash them. Or you just put them down a mountain shaft, or like fill it with, like find a pit, fill it with concrete. Oh, what if we need the magical items? Like, if it was that dangerous, shouldn't we let anyone have it in the first place? It's hubris. It's pure hubris as wizards. And yeah, that is fantasy trope 101. It's like wizards should be so full of hubris. They build entire gigantic multidisciplinary universities with entire separate dimensions to store their scary items, stretching off into parallel, interesting demi-planes. Whereas any other group was just like, yeah, we'll just hire a local thieves guild to hide it somewhere for us.
Look, they didn't throw the One Ring into the fires of Mordor, but they threw it into the ocean. That should have been good enough, right?
Yeah,
How could
exactly.
they have known?
Look, the One Ring got lost for years and years and years and years at a time, and that eluded like every wizard in that setting, and literal demigods, until some halfling found it and then lost it in a game of riddles to another halfling.
Yeah.
Like, riddles were a lousy safety security thing.
Wizards and hobbits. They're just, oh.
Yeah, goddamn it.
Hello, I am the lockpicking rogue, and here we have a magical trap. And yep, let's click on one, and yep, that's broken in 20 seconds. So that's just under 4 rounds. So hope you've enjoyed this, and you'll like, share, and subscribe. And just remember that riddles make for a lousy security system.
There is a house with no doors or windows. How do you enter?
I hear the leggy size somewhere there.
Yeah. So that was a fun room, wasn't it?
You just walk in, there's no doors or windows.
Nice little warm-up.
I assume there's walls, though.
There's walls, but there's no doors. You see, it's funny and it's clever because I didn't give you all of the information beforehand.
So it's just doorways, no doors.
You thought it
And
to
the
me
windows, just
that it
windows
was
grates.
just walls, but I actually meant that there were holes for where the doors and windows usually are, but they're just not there. You see, it's clever because I didn't tell you everything beforehand.
I am hissing inwardly with knowledge that my character has.
Yep, I heard someone doing the Riddler voice. Doing Riddler voices.
Is that the Riddler voice?
Riddle me this, Birdman. It was Liesl, not me. I just also did the Riddler voice very well.
60s, probably.
Is the new Batman movie any good? I'm not going to sit in a cinema for 3 hours. Not in the world of COVID, not in the world of outside of COVID.
It has the Riddler.
I know it has the Riddler. That's why my brain
It has
jumps onto it. Is it any good?
Riddler. Look, I reckon once it comes to streaming or, being able to watch it in your home, definitely give it a watch.
Okay. Once it comes out on DVD.
Pretty much. In these days, I can't really suggest any film as being a cinema film. I felt it was well paced and was a decent film. So
Okay. I'm struggling to picture 3 hours being well paced under any.
Wait, it's 3 hours.
It's 3 hours. From what I've heard, it's 3 hours.
just under.
By the way, Bree, what are your thoughts on running back for the weapon after you've grieved, of course?
But yeah, what I mean by it's properly paced is all the 3 hours. It does start to feel like it's going a bit long, but it doesn't feel like it's 3 hours. It feels more like it's 2.
It feels more like it's 220 minutes.
No, it feels more like it's 120 minutes.
Because that's his actual runtime is 220 minutes.
Yeah, I said that.
Sorry, that's 220 meters away from me. Sorry, my god. Thank fuck, it's not that long. Okay.
No,
That's near cinema to me.
it is 140 something.
176. 176.
There we go, yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's so close to being 3 hours. Although once you remove the credits off, it's probably closer to 2 hours and
Yeah, but then you put
30.
on trailers.
I know. Keep in mind that runtime does not include trailers. They never include the trailer time. It is a long film, and it does have its peaks and valleys. But I feel they were properly placed so that it lets you hype up, calm down a bit, hype up, calm down a bit.
Asking me to do anything for 3 hours in a row, it's it's...
Like D&D, if it ran for 2 hours, maybe, but 3?
We have a break in between. Unless the Batman comes with an intermission, I'm probably not going to sit through it all.
I mean, that is the other reason why I'm saying it might be best to wait till it's at home, because then you can get halfway through and go, and I'm going to take a break.
Speaking of which, break time's over.
Oh, wait.
Jesus, my eyes were watering when you ate the ball.
Yeah. I'm just gonna take my own version of Grounded's tea. With tea.
Delicious. Hey. All right, we all ready? We're all ready. Excellent.
Yep.
Let's go. So, Razad, you are dead. Gargoyle, you're still in the mirror run. Let me just go ahead and...
Oh wait, I've got a more suitable book for things being dead.
Grounded, you're in the living room. With a shocked Petra. I mean, she's probably holding back tears at this point. She is like, she's like, why isn't it working? Why isn't it working? What's happening? What's happening?
I don't think he wants to come back.
Yeah, but they've got to want to come back, right? The spell always works.
They're on mages
I mean,
and their unfinished businesses.
I don't think I mentioned it, but I sort of have ghosts in my head, and they've sort of lodged themselves there. So I think they just want to be a ghost or something.
What happened? How did they... you know...
Some sort of... I mean, they were like shadows, but... I know. Mine were... I was fighting blue ones, but I think they were fighting red ones.
Shadows? In the mirror run. I
Yeah, but... I mean, I don't think they were actually, like, undead shadows. I think they were just something like them.
There are all sorts of things that we come across sometimes, like scuttlebugs, and I think we found a spectator once.
Yeah.
Things
Yeah, I
pop
think
in
it
and
was-
out through mirrors, and they get stuck, and they can't get back out because the foreman stops anything leaving unless you have, you know, unless you got the, you know, the balls, the little marbles. They must have made their way in from somewhere. Where's the rest of them? Are they dead as well?
No, they're still in there.
Are we able to travel through the mirror that Gren had made?
If you each use one of the balls, you can.
Right, I think Argyle is going to have done that and is now, like, stepping out of the mirror
Okay.
behind.
I will take a quicker look around whilst everything is here, because I know I can't help much once I get back there. Make sure nothing is watching us from the mirrors. I know it's going to be quite a difficult thing to try and perceive things I can't see very far in front of my face, but I'll just make sure we're not watched, and then I'll report back as well.
Okay.
Any-
Roll me a perception check, please.
Unmodified, based on what I've got in the moment, that's 18, with whatever things you want to mess about with.
Oh yeah, you got no light source.
So might have a -5 or something, I don't know.
You'd actually have a minus everything because it's pitch black.
Then if I can see nothing, then I can't get
no
back.
luck. No luck, I'm afraid. I forgot the light
Right.
source was being carried by Ruz, and Ruz went the other side, so you actually technically couldn't see through that entire combat. But I think the shadows probably were giving off a bit of light. Yeah.
Plus,
Plus,
that the ball bearing gives off light, a small ember source.
yes, but not any kind of visibility light. It's kind of, if you were holding it in your hand, you could see it, but that's about it. Like, you could see
Right.
the thing in your hand, but it's not giving off any that's going to go past probably an inch. But, you know, Grounded was making light, and Grounded had the flaming scimitar as well, so you were okay then, but now pitch black.
Alright, so I'm back as well then.
Okay, so you will make it
Yeah.
back. Ruzad, you are still dead, and there is a ghostly alabaster mask in front of you. I'm going to say we're going to treat this as a skill challenge because I find that amusing. So you can't use the same tactic you used last time to attack. We'll just say maybe the god of death and life is learning from your tactics. What's the next ploy?
So do I still have access to my spells?
Yes.
Well, I'm going to aim my feet at Mars.
Yes! You have inspiration, should you need it.
And I'm just going to cast a 3rd level Thunder Wave.
The 3rd level Thunder Wave. So it's a strength save, isn't it? From the God of Death.
That is a con save.
A con save. If this had been the God of fucking rocks, this would be a different matter. But let's have a look.
I'm still going to be coming for Fontaine. Somehow.
You're going down the list. Okay, fair enough. That is a 13 on the con save.
That just fails.
Oh, all right. Roll your damage.
Take 26 damage.
26 damage. Okay, fair enough. And I assume knocked back as well, like 10 feet.
Yeah.
It goes back 10 feet, but then is immediately in front of you again, and this tendril of negative energy reaches out and goes for your heart. Well, what you feel is your heart, but obviously you're aware probably that's somewhere else now. I need new dice. It's a natural 1. God damn it, Rosat. Okay, back to the land of the living.
But this is just going, what?
Morian's forgotten that you don't have a heart. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, back to the land of the
Gargoyle
living.
is exasperated from all the running, and he's got like some light burn marks on his armor. He's just, Petra, what was that?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, you met. I mean, Grounded said something about a shadow. I've not seen any before. An aberration or something. Something came through.
I'm not sure how she knew she wasn't there when we went through the door, but it was a shadow. It was red. Well, there were 2 of them. I couldn't do anything. I just picked him up and I ran as fast as I could.
So, Grounded, you would have heard Gargoyle just mention that they were red when you distinctly remember them being blue.
Mine and Hannah's were blue.
We went to the same room, right? You walk in and there wasn't a floor, but then there was a floor, and that's when there were the shadows.
There was a wall with a jam. I touched the jam. I don't know.
And then Petra looks at you and looks down at Rosa and says, "I can't get him back. I can't. They're not coming back."
I'm sorry if I'd been able to do anything. Look, I didn't wake up today expecting to.
Don't blame yourself for this. Okay?
Oh, we've lost a Grounded.
Pat, pat, pat.
We'll just briefly wait for Grounded to get back, and then we'll go to round 3 of the combat between the God of Life and Death and Rosat the Blasting's ghost. Welcome back, Grounded. Is there anything you would like to add to this as well? As you're all in the living room currently mourning, I suppose. Or relieved.
Their daughter, who's a ghost as well. I guess they're both ghosts now. Was in my head for a while. I don't know. I think they want to do something. Dead, but I don't actually know how that works. I mean, I know a lot of ghosts that are sort of doing things while they're dead, but don't actually know what they do. Maybe it's a dance party.
Maybe. She's this. Maybe. Maybe they're just stuck in the ethereal. Or limbo. Or somewhere else. Maybe the clerics would know. I'm no cleric. Well, I did an elective. That's where I learned this spell that didn't work. Okay, we go to Morian and Ruzad, if Ruzad you are there.
I am here. I will do this, and I have to run off to do that thing.
No problem. It is your go. Something that you have not tried yet.
I have not tried whispering in his ear.
Okay, excellent. What are you whispering?
Can't even keep me dead.
Okay, roll your dissonant whispers.
And do you remember there is a save on that?
Oh yes, of
of
course.
Whiz.
Whiz now, slightly better whiz. Fuck's sake, not if I roll like that. 12.
Are your dice okay?
I'm. That's the red one. The green one's gone. I've just got the metal one now.
Nick's dice.
So,
Blink twice. Blink twice if you're under duress.
what I'll force to happen there is you take that much damage.
How much damage?
12.
12. Okay. So you've done 42 points of damage to the God of Death so far, and it's done 0 to you.
Yes.
It is its go now.
And it rolled higher than a 13.
Well, we'll see. It laughs, says you really are impudent, but and a spectral scythe appears next to it. No hand attached to it, but it seems to move anyway and slices across.
Go on.
So I rolled a 4. I was gonna give him +7, so that's an 11. Which is not gonna hit. That's all of my d20s. Someone send me more. I might do better rolling a d10. That's how bad this is going.
This is going to be Ruz's one-off.
It's the god of death. It's not the god of killing things.
We're still at 0.
Generally things come to them with like far less moxie, I guess.
That's true.
Do it. I will be back as soon as I can.
Yeah, no worries. We will go back to the rest of the party. Rest of the party, you are in the living room now. So what is the plan? What are we going to do?
Look, after what happened, I think it's only fair that you guys tell me. Who the hell are you?
Oh yeah.
I'm grounded of walk.
That I know. But
I point at the other people in the room aside from Petra. This is the Guild of Icons from Karafi. They are here to to remove a null zone from Karafi, as I said earlier. They are a group of adventurers. I got hired to be a guide for them. Well, I was asked nicely. Well, yeah, nicely involved. Yes, I was asked nicely by Merifrith to guide them to Cantlore.
Winifred, I know it's hard, but it's hard to tell, but do you know if it was before or after what happened here?
I'm going to assume after. I don't know what he did here, and I get the impression that he is, as I said, unstuck in time somehow. But given that he found me and brought me to the guild, I'm going to go with he has information that hasn't yet happened to know it to begin with. It's very hard to... It's, again, wizards.
I don't know if I can trust Winifred, especially if it is after what he did in Cantlore, and I've only heard barely what happened, but it wasn't pretty.
It was enough for what is her name? I wrote it down. Alana to have tortured Razad to death the first time. So yes, I imagine it's quite a serious thing. Yes.
This isn't the first time he's died since they went.
No, this is the second time that they've died since entering Cantlore. It is. It's no less disturbing seeing it.
Huh. So your Winifred, he thinks that whatever is going to happen, which I guess he hasn't told you in its entirety, is going to be worse than whatever happened here.
I would be a fool to try and work out what is going through the mind of an archmage who is not seeing time the same way that I do. If a powerful, scary mage like that has said that the best way to solve a problem with a growing zone of anti-magic that is slowly destroying parts of Cantlore is to take a artifact from a magical university, then I'm going to assume it's in best of faith.
Doesn't say anything for a moment, and then he looks to Petra and is like, "You just asked me to look at something yesterday. Where was all this?"
She puts her head in her hands and she's like, I didn't think they would. I didn't think that anyone would get properly hurt. I mean, I knew there were defenses, but they're adventurers. That's what they. I didn't think anyone would die. I'm sorry, Gargoyle. I thought you'd be fine.
Thankfully, I got out in time, but
My lights just randomly decided to change colour. Sorry, that wasn't Petra suddenly calling bullshit. There we go.
So,
just a question. You guys are planning on taking that wand. And I assume even though you're still going to try. When you have it, you're leaving Cantlore, right?
Yep.
This is going to be one of the most stupid things I've ever done.
So far.
I know this is out of nowhere, and I know I just got finished saying that I don't entirely trust, at least, your motives for being here, but can I go with you?
Sure. That's simple. Sure.
It's the perfect day for the leader of the Guild of Icons to not be here.
I mean, I say this in the you can go with us. I have no idea if Eao is able to draft in members of the Guild of Icons yet. I'm not a member of the Guild of Icons, but worst case, you can leave Cantlore and wander with me for a bit.
Top hat, coat?
Top hat, coat, upstairs asleep, I think. I don't know where Eao currently is in the actual game. I assume that Eao is currently asleep.
Could be. I don't know either.
Yes, considering the events that have unfolded, it would be prudent to wake Eao, but nobody will.
Oh no,
Nobody will.
Eao cannot be woken. She appears to be completely. She appears to be
Under the new rules, it's under Iris to tell us where Eao was when she gets back. So we'll find out, and it better be a great excuse, I say.
The door to Eao's room cannot open.
So
calling the Eao being in the bed is actually a doll and not actually Eao.
Yeah, snuck out the window.
Or she just, neck sleeping potions to actually get to sleep.
Yeah, her room's right next to Grounded's, and it's just been non-stop harpies going all night, and she's just like, anything.
So that was their name. Look, I'm sorry about your friend, Rose?
Rose.
What's the plan?
I'm gonna take a seat and just look at Rizad's corpse for a bit.
Okay, we're going to take that moment to go to Rosad. Rosad! Welcome to the Thunderdome. Right, what's going on? It's your turn again. So you've done a Thunderwave, you've done Dissonant Whispers, you've done a proper punch. What's tactic number 4 going to be?
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know if I've got very many more tactics left.
Don't forget, there is such a thing as the improvised action.
Yeah, and I'm really getting close to need that.
It's my favourite thing.
So, as it is still technically separate, I'm going to do Vicious Mockery.
Okay, yeah.
So, yet again, save.
Oh yeah, it is, isn't it? I was expecting an attack roll on that one. Alright, metal die. You got me. Come on. Come on. Does a 9 save?
No! All of the saves are 14.
I'm gonna get a d12. I'll roll higher with it. I swear to God. Where's the d12? I'm gonna try it now. What would it have been? Fuck's sake, 9! Plus 7, 16, yeah.
It is only going to be 6 damage, but
Alright.
I will mock him for not being able to have landed a single hit on me this entire time.
Your goading gets his ire, and he's like, "Whelp!" And it grows in size, this mask, and it topples forwards down onto you as if it's going to crush you. And it's like the size of a church tower now, and it's falling straight downwards. I need a dexterity saving throw, please, from Rosad.
Question from the peanut gallery.
Yes.
Is Zad within 10 foot of me?
No.
No +3 bonus to your saves.
He's not been using bardic inspiration on himself either.
Although, I will burn my inspiration.
Well, that is a good idea.
Because me and friendly creatures within 10 foot of me have +3 bonus saves.
We'll just say it wasn't a good idea.
No, what did you get?
Worse.
So what is the number?
11.
11 on a dex save. Oof, yeah, no, that's not going to make it. So you are going to take... Hang on, where are the d12s?
Using inspiration would have been as advantage, so the 13 holds.
13's not enough.
I know it's not enough.
Yeah.
Just in case you're taking that into calculation.
Okay. 41
They weren't even calling them.
points of
Because
damage.
actually, there is a question. Now that I'm dead,
Yep.
what are my hit points meant to be at?
You don't have them. I'm tallying who does most damage.
Oh, okay.
Wait, he's still behind. The god of death is still behind.
Well behind.
That was
Way
3D.
behind.
That was 3D12. Actually, no, it's not 41. It's 31. I can't add up because you can't do 41 with 3D12. Yeah, 31 points. You are still ahead. I'm going to say there are 5 rounds
a few
to this.
rounds ago.
There are 5 rounds to this. That was round 4. You're currently at 48 to 31. However, Morin has just done 31 points of damage in one go, so you are not out of the woods yet. And he's getting angry. Okay, back to the living room.
Okay.
A sound that
we
nobody
can't-
is making.
We can't. No, sorry, we can't have. Sorry, the adventure music went for bagpipes. We can't have that right now. That's insensitive. Okay.
I only went out for a brief stroll to the postmasters yesterday, but I'm assuming that everyone else did a bit more getting to know Cantlore than I did.
Yeah. Grounded went to. Oh, I won't say actually.
That's the thing.
Sorry. Go ahead.
This is all in character. Yeah. Does anyone suppose that any of the wizards is amenable to fixing the problem in Karafi directly? They seem to, from what I remember from what you've said, Petra, have been completely oblivious to everything that's been happening outside of Cantlore for the past few days.
Now, there's this
I cannot
beholder.
say.
They sort of lived in the alchemy tower, and they kind of asked me to do an assassination.
Oh.
But they said I've got 3 days to do the assassination, and they're not going to actually do anything about me until then. Because I think they're kind of hoping I might do it, but I'm not going to do it because I'm not an assassin. Also, I met some bards, and they agreed to help me get the hag out of my head. It seemed nice.
Gargoyle is just like,
The what?
and like, yeah, he's like turning his head in confusion, and it just like turns all the way around.
Wait, I did mention the hag in my head, didn't I?
If you can imagine an owl like swaying its head back and forth as its head is upside down, like
This is possibly the first Hannah's heard of it as well, actually.
I told Eao about it.
Petra's looking at you as well, like. She's starting to
have
reevaluate her choices.
I have posted the appropriate response GIF into the Guild of Icons Discord chat.
oh boy.
Oh, I like that.
But for those who don't get to see it on stream, it is the owl shocked GIF of the owl going.
You can probably see it if you join the Discord.
Okay.
I'm sure in like the edits that Nick's going to just put the GIF here, and now he has to.
Has anyone else made any allies that they want to talk about? I suppose.
Okay. I suppose we spend the next few minutes just trying to get to grips with, is it possible that Cantlore is amenable to just fixing the problem in Crappy themselves, rather than us trying to do it through Winifred's help? I'm assuming all signs point to no. Or all signs point to eh.
Well, I think they sent like people out. Like this isn't Gargoyle, this is just me like recalling. I think they sent people out to do some research on it.
They occasionally send people out alongside people who have tattooed maps of how to get back, because getting back here is a problem. Getting here was a problem. Okay. Carafi's not fixing itself without that wand of creation. Merithith isn't going to be able to fix it without the wand of creation. Merithith wanting a wand of creation is its own kettle of worms, but that's something we're going to have to fix. You have an assassination you to pull off in 3 days, or get around
Oh no,
pulling off in 3
I'm
days.
not.
If
Yeah,
just not going to do
I'm
it.
not. I'm not going to do it.
Okay,
Like-
so you've
Yeah.
made friends with a beholder. Friends, massive air quotes there.
Well, I kind of sent him a package with the crossbow belonging to the guy I did assassinate, but it wasn't an assassination because he started it. But like, yeah, I'm kind of threatening him in 3 days.
Okay, alright.
That's the most grounded sentence I've ever heard. It wasn't an assassination, he started it.
Gargoyle is just sort of like, yep, stupidest decision I've made all day.
Look, one thing led to another. I thought, I'll just grapple him, then I'll just carry him up the wall. But then, yeah.
Look, as
Okay.
long as we're going to be gone before any of this goes down, before you have to deal with the consequences of any of your actions here, I don't know entirely what you did. It'll be
we
fine.
need to wait at least 2 days because that's when the ritual to get rid of the hag's gonna happen. Incidentally, can you help me kill a hag?
That's not my field.
That's actually tomorrow now. Well, tomorrow
Oh.
night at midnight.
If there's a machine involved, maybe I could give it a try, but
You have a hag killing machine. Are
You'll be
those a
happy
thing?
to know that outside of trespassing and causing some damage to one of your scary torturer archmagi, who is now dead. Nick, I struggle to remember if I actually landed the killing blow or not on her or not.
Somebody did. I have a vague feeling it was grounded, but I might be wrong.
I think she sort of dropped onto her own sword, didn't she?
Yes.
Ooh,
that was
yeah.
it. It was on her own stick. Yeah.
That was brutal.
So it's grounded, RKOing onto the stick. with
Outside
the
of those
help
two
Goblin.
things, I've done nothing wrong here, and the second one's entirely in self-defense.
does the
You
college
didn't bring us here, though.
No, they're dead.
No, as far as I am aware.
You really want it to stay that way, because anybody who dies at Cantlore who's meant to be at Cantlore, it doesn't stick. Not quite so easily as it will to you.
Good to know. If it's only a temporary condition, then I'm sure she'll be angry, but I imagine we'll feel justified in our response.
I don't
also-
think that's going to help much if she finds you.
She's known for being reasonable.
I mean, she does not seem like the type of person who wants to actually find out information. She was very just happy just to murder someone to death without asking a question first. Anyway, does not sound like Cantlore is going to want to actually help deal with a massive growing zone of anti-magic that threatens to devour an entire continent. So let's put a pin in asking for help and look back at the scary mirror dimension, which we have about 7 hours and 45 minutes left of these potions to still affect.
And while you think
Directed.
about that, let's go back to the Thunderdome.
Yeah.
All right, Ruzad, it's your go. Final thing. What are you gonna do? And I will let whoever wins this do a coup de grace final action as well. But yeah, your turn. Morian has
What
to
I'm gonna
make
do-
17 points of damage up to you to win.
So, Morian, who is somehow not resistant to poison, hey, I'm to Stinking Cloud. Please roll me a saving throw again.
Constitution, is it?
Constitution.
Metal die, come on. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, just to prove it, like, that is a 6. Okay,
So, yes, Morian is now, retching instead of being able to do any actions.
Morian does breathe. Something about the gods that possibly only Ruzad would know. It's a high religion check, and Ruzad actually is proficient in the thing that they hate. Because, know thy enemy. Is that after a while, after taking forms given to them by the belief of humans and elves and all that, they take on the habits as well. They don't need to breathe, but they do, and they do it instinctively now. So the mask's mouth opens as per normal, and they go, what have you done?
So you've already won. You can choose 2 attacks.
Well, it's its go. And
it is stuck retching.
It spends its action retching, does it?
Yep.
So you've robbed it of its action while you're ahead. Without doing any damage, but you've robbed it of its action. That's fucking smart. That's fucking smart. I approve. I approve wholeheartedly as the DM. Morian doesn't approve. Okay, well, as I said, whoever has the most points at the end of it gets... I thought it was just going to be disadvantage or something. Whoever has the most points at the end of it gets to do a coup de grace. How are you killing the god of death?
You know, I'm not going to kill him. I'm just going to blind him. Hide my eyes.
Okay, you're ripping the eyes of the god of death out.
Yep.
In its rage, the mask cracks, and white light and black, with the opposite of light, black shadow ripple through it. And it grows in intensity, and you hear this scream, and it bathes your soul in it. And everything is white and black, flowing over itself, almost like when you're looking at light through a propeller or something like that, and it's flickering and constantly going over it. And the noise gets louder and louder and louder to this thunderous rage that bakes into your very soul. And then you take a deep, sudden breath as if you've been underwater for a little bit too long, and you breach the surface and you go and that is what Gargoyle, Grounded, and Hannah hear as well as your eyes open. And Leggy, you know what your goal was for killing a god, right? I said, yep. You know what, you want to do that, I'll give you something excellent if you can manage it.
I managed it.
You managed it. You can now rage. And this is a really good time to end the session, so we're going to end it there.
Oh.
Even you can't keep yourself dead.
Ruzad's back, everyone, again. God damn it.
In the most rude way possible.
Oh, yes. I genuinely am annoyed by those rolls, but that last move... Perfect. I thought you were just trying to impose disadvantage, and I thought, well, you know, that's a good move anyway. Removing the action, perfect. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna stop the music there. I'm going to go to the bye-bye screen, so you'll all be muted, and I will be back with you all in a second to give out some experience points. But yeah, see you soon. Right, outro. Which one is outro? That one is outro. So, we'll be back next week. Next week will be Overgrown, here on this channel, run by Ben Newbon. Bree will be there, along with myself. Andres will be joining us, and possibly Super Tali DX. It's going to be great fun. And then the week later, more Guild of Icons. See you all soon. Oh, and a huge thanks to my sponsors, who you'll see in a minute, are all wonderful people on Ko-Fi and Patreon.